Okay, let's load our profile. Log in. Let's do this. Day 3. Luckily we didn't get fired last time. I screwed up enough where a mall got bombed. Which, yeah, by the way, in case you missed the last stream, I had 2 options to pick as far where they would bomb next. It was either a government building or a mall. There was 2 people that suggested both places, and I chose poorly. I should have gone with the person that seemed a little bit more nutty. That was the one that ended up winning out which got bombed. So now I think her name was Nina. Is that right? Do we have the list of all the names here? Let's see here. Nina. I think this was the person that recommended the mall. Oh, you missed the end of the last stream? Yeah, that was embarrassing. My CIA skills are not helping me at all. Okay, so I think we just started day 3. So this should be pretty fresh. So we'll go to headlines first. What do we have here? Just a terrible reminder. Let's read more. Catastrophe strikes the Circle Mall, kills 1. Third terrorist strike in Bonton targets the Circle Mall despite investigative efforts. Hey, 1 person killed by the explosion, 3 others hospitalized. Delacroix refuses to give statement. Yesterday evening, the Circle Mall in Bonton was hit by yet another terrorist bombing. Around 7:21 p.m., an explosive device detonated within the building, instantly killing a man and severely injuring 3 other persons. The interior of the mall was heavily damaged. Due to the attack, the Ministry of Security has ramped up police presence in the Bonton Fairview area. Catherine Delacroix, head of the ministry, is expected to come under fire from the media after the previous claims that safety investigative measures would be sufficient to prevent any further attacks. That's a lofty goal, isn't it? Delacroix has refused to give a statement, but the entire Ministry of Security is under pressure to present investigative success and to bring perpetrators to justice. Yeah, good luck with that, right? Oh, you had to go to the grocery store and get some Skittles? That is an emergency, Phantasma. Actually, I just had some Skittles, I think last night. Let's see here. I think I missed something here. Oh, this is new too. I think. Oh, these might all be new, to be honest, because this is a brand new day. We gotta read through all these. Okay, the national opinion. This is by that Harrison guy? This guy is kind of a radical too. Column author Harrison O'Donnell reflects on last week's article and calls the citizens of the nation to show courage in the face of terror. Oh, it was a movie night, and you can't have movie night without some Skittles. I love some candy, popcorn. I don't drink much soda, but I might have a soda when I watch a movie with popcorn. Let's get something abundantly clear to begin with. I feel bad. I feel like a moron, and rightly so. In last week's NO article, what is NO again? I blabbered about how some bombs would soon go off in Bonton or Fairview. At the time, just to advertise my point of view, I am truly sorry for everyone involved or affected by those terrible events. It was never my intention to ridicule or trivialize the attacks in Bonton. Well, I keep wanting to say Boston. Well, if you've been living under a rock, and a massive boulder at that, for the last couple of days, you absolutely must have heard that it is pretty much exactly what went down. It's far beyond, I hate to say it, but I told you so. The fact that none of the announced bombings could be prevented by the new investigative methods naturally raised critical questions. How the hell is this possible at all when we have the CCTV and new safety regulations out there? Why spend so much money for mechanisms that don't protect lives as they should? Why is there no real suspect in sight, not even to mention in custody? These questions neglect one fact, though. People killing asswipes are among us. That's good. They are our neighbors. They are like you. They are like me. Mind you, they are most certainly not like me. It's tough for cameras or other automated safety systems to recognize a criminal or terrorist before he actually commits a crime. They cannot look into houses, and certainly, thankfully, cannot look into the soul of a passerby. They're getting there. They're working on it. We, the people of our great nation, must grow ever more vigilant. We ourselves stand up for our safety alongside of high-tech security mechanisms, as those can only work in addition to our own perceptions. Let's not get intimidated and not back down to some shitheads thinking they can spoil our way of life. Report suspicious things going on as soon as you learn about them. It is your duty to the community, but mostly yourself. Loose lips can sink terrorist ships, figuratively speaking. Okay, we got a few things to highlight in here. Let's see what these are. So in this one, he says he predicted assault only to sell his point in the column and condemns the Banton bombings. Well, it's not a contradiction as far as what the game's telling me, so maybe that's true. And this one says, pro-security measures, calls on people to take care of their own safety. God, do I believe any of these? I'm not sure. Janie, you're getting pretty close to that token amount. You're number 11. Nice. I'm almost surprised this doesn't tell me it's a contradiction. We just haven't seen the other part yet because, yeah, maybe he's not so bad. Maybe we'll grab it. I mean, that's a fact of what he said in the article. So, oops. I have to be on here. There we go. A strange way to sell one's point. Agreed? Still, it's peculiar he mentioned bombings before anything happened, but, well. I mean, this is kind of interesting. He talks about pro-security measures, but then people have to take care of themselves. It's kind of like anti-government in a way, or Big Brother, if you will. Go ahead and grab that. He's right. We cannot save everyone, but we're still the watchful eye of the nation. Yeah, let's go back here. Oh, wait, there was another one. Right here. This one's probably not that important, but we'll check it out anyway. A movie release endangered by lawsuit against director. Movie director Aaron sued by lead actors over breach of contract. Post-production of Grey Shadows. Oh, this is that 50 Shades of Grey thing. Part 3 is on hold indefinitely. Release on Valentine's Day is endangered. I think those movies also came out on Valentine's Day. Let's see. You have officially hauled your butt out of bed and made some tea. Hey, get some caffeine. Nice. You know, I heard some term earlier today, Nate, about caffeine or coffee in general. Like tea works the same. And it said it's not coffee. It's my emotional support beverage. I'm like, ooh, I like that term. I'm going to use that. It has been a tough wait for fans of ongoing Grey Shadows saga. The final act of the trilogy has already been postponed several times for a multitude of reasons, and there now seems to be yet another real threat of delay added to the list. Treat of delay? It'd be a treat for me if this movie was delayed. Rhubarb Productions, the studio behind 100 Grey Shadows, today announced that post-production duties would be suspended until further notice. It was then reported that the suspicion was due to pending lawsuit filed by the lead actors, Mike McDeal and Betty Avon. I don't know if those names are kind of a joke on the real actors. Against the movie's director Shumishi Aran, who allegedly breached a clause in their contract. The agreement clearly stated that no images of the movie would be made public without explicit consent of both actors, which has not been the case for the edited movie poster Aaron had shared online on Thursday. This has put the expected Valentine's Day release in jeopardy. What a weird clause. The actor has to approve every single promotional image for a movie? I don't know, maybe like Tom Cruise or somebody would do that, but like, I imagine that's not a common thing. Fans have been taking to online message boards, sharing theories that the lawsuit and other holdups during production have been arranged to cover up the desolate state of the movie. As a result, the Rhubarb Productions Timeline's profile has been bombarded with messages of anger with rabid fans wanting answers, and probably death threats too, because that's the internet now. In the meantime, there's also news that is sure to soothe the fan spirit. McDeal and Avon have announced on both their websites that they have resolved their issues, and they are a happy couple once more. Aw, how sweet. Okay, that's all the new things here. Let's check out the listener. What do we have here? Ooh, something to Harrison. Unknown person. Hey, forgot to charge my phone tonight, and yeah, so I have to do this old-fashioned way. I really want emails the old-fashioned way. I really wanted to thank you for a very nice evening. I haven't enjoyed myself in so much in, well, ever. Only to be topped by that night, that is. Ooh. I was hoping you'd drop by CCC and come pick me up tonight. We can cook together, maybe watch something, and who knows, maybe continue where we left off. You in? Funny, I just realized that I've never been to your place, even after all these years we've known each other. So I figure you're hiding another love affair of yours there. Are you? Probably your ex? The one you've been talking about ever so often when I was around? Or this girl always yammering about how she despised the safety bill? Nina, I think? Nina. Come to think of it, for all that torment you owe me big time, so I really, really demand to come to your place. Love you, Marka. P.S. If you're going to the city center today, please, please, please take care of yourself with all the bombs and stuff. Don't stay any longer than necessary, okay? Okay, so Nina vehemently opposes safety bill. That makes sense. That's probably a true statement. Yeah, I mean, it depends though, Relentless. For like person-to-person contact of casual chat, oh, absolutely. Email's pretty old-fashioned. But like business and stuff, that's still the way 99% of it's done. A lot of companies are starting to use like Slack and things like that, but you get essentially more official, secure communications through email. Okay, so let's go. How do I do that again? Click on this. There we go. Nina, let's drag this over. There we go. Why would someone oppose the safety bill? We have the lowest crime rate in years, or possibly ever. You and me, we have a job thanks to the bill. The only person to not support it is if you have some dirty past. With the situation as heated as it is, that sounds like someone we should have a very close look at. We need a full examination. First, a concrete background. Who is she? Second, what motivates her, and what does she want? And finally, where was she around the time of the bombings? Oh, there's a new article in The Thought, too. Yeah, that's probably pretty rare, Relentless. Absolutely. Very personal messages like that? Not so much. Let's see here. Sometimes I'll email Andy if I'm going to give her like a whole bunch of information, you know, like a bunch of links or something like that. I might not just spam in a huge text message. But otherwise, yeah, that's all texting pretty much. Or different kind of social media. So I think this is all the new article, right? The indifference towards their own rights is a worse enemy than the government itself when we are to overcome privacy destroying surveillance laws. We are in a state of war against our own government. The declaration of war is the safety bill, the only gain of which is reinforcing the chokehold the party has on us. With this bill, they are screwing every single citizen of this country. Yet most people are ignorant to this. Most people simply don't care about their rights being wrestled away from them. Why bother when I have nothing to hide, is their default excuse. They feel safe in their cozy houses while the government slowly puts the muzzle to their forehead, ready to pull the trigger any second. With our move on the crowded Circle Mall in Bonton yesterday, the first shots have been fired towards the lurking indifference among the populace, but they were merely warning shots, a friendly reminder that it's about time to take sides in this conflict. We cannot tolerate indifference. We will not accept it. If you are not with us on this, you are against us. Okay, so they're basically admitting to the bombing right here, isn't it? This is with our move on the crowded Circle Mall yesterday, yeah. And you think that was the last time you wrote an email was to the doctor's office or something? I mean, for my work, I use emails all the time, you know? But personal emails? I think sometimes I send stuff to my mom, once again, older people stuff, because that's what she's most comfortable using. And I send stuff to my mother-in-law in email. She has trouble with phones. And yeah, and then sometimes really large things to Andy, and that's about it. Okay, here's Goldfels responding to that article. Frankly, I was in shock when I heard of the events in the mall. How you in particular incited the crowd to directly threaten the visitors. Oh my gosh! Zeus wants a hug. I love that name. Welcome, Raiders, to John Cadia. How are you doing, Zeus? Welcome. It's good to see you. What were you playing? And how the heck was your stream? Let's see. I still have that problem clicking in there. Let's see. You were doing Dead by Daylight. I need to get that game. I really do. I've heard good things about that one, but I just haven't tried it out yet. How did you like it? And I'm guessing that wasn't your first time playing it, right? I know it's like one of those Friday the 13th stuff. I think Friday the 13th was first. I'm not sure, but it's like one player is the killer. Everybody else is trying to survive. That's such a cool concept. Only got like one win. Wait, one win. Were you the killer or were you the survivor? I'm curious. Technically you're third. Oh, like overall. Nice. I got to try that game out. I've seen it on sale for like $7 or something. So it's like, why not? But at the same time, whenever I go to their page, all the interesting stuff looks like it costs extra. Which, I mean, it makes sense because it's a fairly cheap game. But man, they have like Silent Hill DLC, Nightmare on Elm Street, all kinds of cool stuff. It's like, oh, I want that. You always enjoyed playing the killer? And that was as the killer. Nice. Oh, that's got to feel good to get the win as the killer. Because you did everything. That's 100% you. That's awesome. Nice, dude. Well, thank you again for the raid. We are playing Orwell right now. Basically, trying to use technology and people's paper trail online to find out who this terrorist is that's setting up a bunch of bombs. Okay, so here's what Goldfells was saying, sorry. How you in particular incited the crowd to directly threaten the visitors. Now I'm even more astounded by your writing. You know I agree people being oblivious in this matter is the problem's root. We have discussed this many times. We must get their attention carefully, though, through interesting and remarkable events. We must make them think. Scaring them to death is the exact opposite. Okay. So wait, do we know Nina wrote this? Oh yeah, Concerned One. We know Concerned One is Nina, right? Oh, I don't think we have this yet. Keyword being trying. Yes, because I have been failing as well. Okay, we have another account for her. That's good. Well, let's go ahead and grab this too. Oh, nice. Zeus, this is a super interesting game. It's very different from any other puzzle game I've ever played. You really feel like you're just kind of going through people's Facebook profiles, their emails, their instant messages, and different websites and articles, and you're trying to piece together important clues. And you got to be careful because some clues you can grab, like for example, this thing right here, I can click on this, drag it over as a fact that I found. You got to be careful because sometimes those facts are not correct. You got to use some of your own deduction, which I'm failing at, and try to figure out what's important and what's not. Scaring people to get their attention to one's message. Really? This is what thought is about? So this is that same person that we think might have done the bomb. That's my first guess right now. Replying, scaring people is convincing them, Abe. Oh, Abe. Oh, I think we already knew his name was Abe. People will only care about things you pose immediate threats to their life or lifestyle. Your own words. Surveillance is just too abstract a topic, too far away to grasp. They don't feel the danger of it, so we made them feel. It's as simple as that. Goldfell says, let us follow your argument for a moment. What did you achieve then? You just upset innocent bystanders in a time when they are already deeply unsettled. This is the exact reason why they are so afraid and yearn for safety in the first place. You have just proven them and the government right. Violence cannot be the key, and thought shall not stand for that. Oh, see? So he had the idea to kind of set this whole thing up, but some radical members joined, and they're starting to do the bad stuff. So it's a manual Big Brother system, with you being Big Brother. Exactly, Hasifa, yes. And me too, Zeus, apparently, because in the last stream, I had a choice of which place I thought the bomb might be being set up. I couldn't remember any clues that would have helped me. I picked the wrong place, and boom, another bomb went off and somebody died. So Abraham condemns violence. Let's go back to his profile and put that note in there. Okay, back to Nina. Violence? There was no violence. No one was hurt. Somebody was killed. Frightened at best. Honestly, I think it wasn't even enough. We made some local press, but the big fish TNB didn't bite. No big deal at all. How are we going to reach the broad audience? and the rethinking you wanted. Wait, what's the date today? Oh, I was thinking this is about the bombing, guys. This is old news. This is December 17th, 2015. We're in 2017. I need to pay more attention to dates. Okay, this is older stuff. This is probably just when they had like their protest, is my guess. And that's cool. I like it that there isn't a fail state, Hasifa. It reminds me a lot of Telltale games where you can make mistakes, people can die, and bad things can happen, but the story continues, you know? Okay, and then Hancock, this is Morrison, is that right? He says, ladies and gents, can we calm down a notch? Abe, you are totally right. We are the fire starters. We got a little bit carried away by the euphoria of finally getting our message out there. We didn't think straight for a moment. It's not going to happen again. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that little detail from him as well. What did I say? Morrison? Harrison. My bad. Yeah, this has got to be the previous rallies, Hasifa, because they said nobody was hurt. So that definitely was not the bombing. Yeah, this is like 2 years in the past. Afterwards, they're clever and feel sorry about their actions. It's always the same. And then Nina replies, thanks for stabbing me in the back when I needed you the most, Harry. And Goldfell says, this is not the right place for a discussion of this magnitude. We will have word about it in our next meeting. That was pretty... What's interesting, though, I think what confused me at first, Hasifa, is I just got access to this thing. Like, why did it open up just now? I know they're trying to drip feed me all the details, but, like, to me, that made me think, initially, it was like brand new information, like a brand new article. But no, it was just like an old entry that they just unlocked or something. Here's another email. This is to Harrison again. Oh, this is Harrison replying back to this person. Marco, I think it was. Hey, kiddo. You're absolutely right. We could rightly call that evening mind-blowing. And of course I'll pick you up tonight. I like this continue you're talking about. And I think I'm in need of it big time. But let's not stay at my place tonight. It's utterly unfit for a lady like yourself. No lovers hidden there. Only not so hidden leftovers and laundry. Especially not Juliet. I haven't heard anything from that bitch in months. I'm done with her because I'm with you now, my Marka. Pinky swear. And Nina? You mean anything will set me off angry outburst, Nina? Don't even get me started on her. She was my partner in crime a while ago, so to speak. That's it. So babe, I'll see you around 8 straight tonight. Much love, H. So we got a few things here. Let's see what we have. He plans to stay away from his home on Saturday. Oh, that could be good info. But what is he hiding? Like, even if you have a crappy place, that's the situation. Like, you shouldn't be trying to hide that from somebody for like an extended period of time, I don't think. It's just, it is what it is. And if they actually like you, that won't be the deciding factor if they, want to keep hanging out with you, in my opinion. Not that has anything to do with the game. Okay, so here it says he's in a relationship with Marka's girlfriend, Juliet Carantine, former relationship. We did know they had a former relationship. That is true. Maddie, how's it going, Maddie? Welcome back. Happy 2021 so far. Hopefully it's treating you pretty well. And Hasifa, I think it's trying to make an experience of an AI trawling through the internet for information you have found. As you flag usernames, people, etc., it flags sites as being more influential that you can search. And what's interesting, Hasifa, in making us do that, it makes us realize how fallible the AI will probably be as well, Yeah, that's true. Just because he should doesn't mean he wouldn't. That's very true, Relentless. Oh, that's good to hear, Maddie. I'm doing really good so far. Had a nice holiday. It was very relaxing. Got to see just a few family and lots of good food, lots of downtime. Played a lot of Cyberpunk, finished that game. And yeah, so far this year's been great. Besides what's going on in the world. That's terrible. But no, I mean, my personal life has been great. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and grab this. So we got some relationship status. We didn't have any relationship status at all. Juliet and Harrison were together. That one's news to me. Guess it doesn't matter. Seems to be over now. And really, that's what we have to try to do the most, is try to make our own personal lives as distracting and fun as possible, as much as you can during these times, just to kind of drown out all the other craziness going on right now. Because it's easy to start reading about it, seeing people fighting online, and it really drags you down, you know? Okay, Nina has angry outbursts. Well, that's a true statement. We've seen that on her messages. So let's go ahead and grab that. So what have you been playing lately, Maddie? Oh, you just responded with that. Nice. You got the Marvel Spider-Man game for Christmas. Sweet game. Nice. Pretty stoked about that, and had a great game for your... Oh, that's awesome, Maddie. I'm so excited to get to try it out. Have you gotten to play it yet? And if you have, how do you like it so far? Enraged outbursts. Interesting. Keep looking for a reason behind this. Isn't it so good? Oh, no worries at all, Zeus. I completely understand. I mean, coming from a streamer, when I raid somebody, it's because I have to get back to life. So I totally understand, Zeus. Thank you again for your raid. Have a great night and hope to see you again later. Oh, you're almost halfway through. That is one game, Maddie, that you might be persuaded to actually go back and do everything in the game, you know? Just because, for me personally, I'm not a big fan of going and doing all the extra stuff, but that game just plays so well, and just traversing is so much fun. It almost makes you just want to go do all the extra stuff, you know? Okay, and then Harrison also says that Nina was his partner in crime a while ago. I don't think I should grab this. I feel like this might be misleading, because you got to be careful about this. Underneath the profile update section that just popped up, you see it says Nina, partner in crime. That might not be necessarily true, because he says partner in crime, so to speak. He might just be using it as a term of phrase, you know? Like, oh, I'm starving. I'm not actually starving, I'm just hungry. You know, if I was starving, like, it'd be Ethiopian, my stomach out to here, I'd be looking terrible. I'm not actually starving, I'm just hungry. So, like, I think I can't grab that. I might screw it up. Yes, so to speak. So I'm not going to take that one. We're going to ignore that. I think that's how this game kind of works. Oh, we got an ongoing chat session, though. Hey, Sylv. Hey, Nina. I just wanted to ask if everything is fine. Yeah, don't worry. We're having a great time. Thanks for caring even though it's Saturday. Or thanks for taking care even though it's Saturday. Don't mention it. How are you feeling? Still shitty. Nina, I hate to say it, so don't hold it against me, okay? I'm fine. What is she gonna say? No, you're not. You're worrying me. You always look so sad. Nothing to worry about. Anything new on the love front? No. Only idiots on the singular portal thing that recommended Sylv, or that you recommended Sylv. Also, we have a dating site we can check out. But don't know how you got me to find John among so much crap. I'm gonna have to remove that account. What? Yeah, it's 99% fools, but just keep it tight. Someone will come to the rescue. No thanks, I can rescue myself. Gotta work now. Thanks again, Sylv. Call you later. See you, girl. Cheer up. Yeah, just like I'm a CIA agent, right? Thank you, Nate. See, that's almost like confirmation that I'm not. What's the SCP? Is that the name of this group? I'm not sure what SCP is, Hasifa. Something secret, something police, maybe? Okay, Nina is often sad. Let's grab that. Angry outbursts, sad. Could be relevant to find out what about. Okay, so she's single, in contact with Sylv, and has an account on Singular. Let's grab that for sure. Okay, I think that probably just added a brand new thing to check out. Let's go back here. Singular welcome. Don't be single, be singular. That's terrible. Continue to your profile. Hello, concerned one. Great to see you again. It's a good day to fall in love. This is your public profile. Everything you enter here is visible for any visitor. I do not miss dating profiles at all. Dating sites were like exciting for a little bit, but I was also happy to be done with the dating scene once I met Andy. Okay, female, Bonton, Fairview area. Let's go ahead and grab this. Oh no, Nate. See, you jumped on that confirmation so quickly. I'm starting to think maybe you were too desperate to avoid the label. Like maybe you really are a CIA agent. That's something a real CIA agent would do, right? So SCP Foundation Secure, Contain, Protect. Essentially an organization like the Men in Black. Oh, I like that, Hasifa. Trying to prevent supernatural things from destroying the Earth. Yes. Spider, I miss looking at your profile. I hope you never looked at my profile, Spider, because you would have no reason to be on those sites. You've been married since what, like junior high? Not really, but you've been married a long time, Spider. Congratulations again. That's awesome. Okay, oh, we got a birth date, October 1985. She's almost as old as I am. Looking for men, so she's a heterosexual. I don't know why that's relevant, but... Not sure this is helping. I mean, it doesn't hurt to do that, right? Well, actually, maybe you guys can tell me, does it hurt to do that? If it's not bad data, like contradictory data, but as long as it's like useless data, is that okay? 13 years. That is awesome, Spider. For me, it's going to be 3 years in September. 6'1". She's as tall as me. Wow. That's awesome. You don't think it hurts, Phantasma? That's good to know. Hey, MB, welcome back, dude. It's good to see you. No worries on being late. Luckily, that's one nice thing about this game. It's like, it gives you time to settle in and search for stuff. If you remember the last stream, MB, we're starting to look into details on this Nina person that may or may not have caused that last bombing. She definitely seems very irate and radical. So we'll see where this takes us. Don't think there's been any downside to useless data. That's good. I like to grab it anyway just to hear this guy's reaction. Like athletic? I'm not going to grab that. That's really useless. I don't think we care what her interests are. She does not like suits. Suit wearers? That's almost kind of interesting, isn't it? She dislikes most movies. What's wrong with this person? She is a terrorist. Candlelight dinners? Don't even bother with it. I love movies. Just the fact she doesn't like suits. Yeah, what is your problem with suits, huh? I think suits are pretty cool looking. Speaking of movies, I just watched this movie called #Alive on Netflix last night with Andy. I really liked it. I recommend you guys check it out. It's a short, simple, fun Korean zombie movie. And it's about this guy who's basically trapped in his apartment. He gets lucky and he kind of survives the initial outbreak, and it's him trying to stay alive just in his apartment. How long is your food going to last? How are you going to scavenge for stuff? It's really fun. It was good. It's not a huge, grand movie, but just a fun, simple, short experience, you know? And Phantasma, at least not in this game. In the sequel, time moves forward with every data chunk. Oh, that's tricky. Nice. Oh, gonna see what's going on Twitch. Oh, we'll see you, Maddie. Thanks for dropping in, dude. Recent profile visitors. We got Farmer John. Is that the John they were talking about? Can't grab those. Oh, here's another profile picture, though. This is the first picture we have of her. Exactly, Relentless. It wasn't anything like... It wasn't... What's that one? Train to Busan? It wasn't, like, amazing like that. But it was a fun movie. Like, I think it's totally worth watching. And not sure if you've heard of a game called Republic. You know, I think I might have gotten it through a Humble Bundle. I'm not sure. I kind of can recognize the title. I've heard of it. You have to guide a female that is trapped by the government to allow them to escape, but you can only control security cameras and manipulate other electronics for distractions. That's kind of cool. Wait, Hasifa, is that the one where you need to like use your voice to like tell them what to do? Or am I thinking of a different one? Okay, so that's her profile. Let's check out her opinions. Your opinions help us compare yourself with other potential matches. Your answers are private and will only be used for your match score calculation. Here are your answers so far. So the only one is interesting here. What's the most ideal things in a partner? True love, honesty, but not fidelity, Not social connection, not communication, not humor. Financial stability is important. Not acceptance, not openness. Independence is important. Not casual fun. And how long do you wish your relationship to last? A couple of years. Meh. I mean, that's cool. That's what you're going for. Would you consider allowing your partner seeing other people? Yes. Well, that makes sense based on these other things up here. Would you consider dating someone who does not want or dislikes children? No. So, you want to only be with somebody for a couple of years. You don't mind if they have other relationships, but you don't want them if they don't want kids. That's interesting. Maybe she has kids. We haven't gotten there yet. What places would you like to go on vacation? Seaside, mountains? How interested are you in politics? Quite a bit. That could be kind of important. I'm not sure. Oh, and just remember that you might have to grab data chunks from the listener in real time. You were saying, Phantasma. That's the only thing that tripped me up in this game. I think it let me grab the data chunks after the fact, Phantasma, when I was reviewing the data afterwards. I think. I'm not sure if I had a time limit when that was happening. I mean, it was going quickly, but I could still control after the conversation was done with. Oh, do they have a VR version, Hasifa? Now you're getting my interest. Yeah, it might just be straight up just dislikes children. That's true, Relentless, yeah. In the end, it all comes down to the degree of interest and the ideology. Are you a cat person or dog person? Dog. If you turn a left-handed glove inside out, it fits the right hand. What is this question? I like that. That's very true, Relentless. Imagine dating somebody that hates kids and you have like 4 kids. And there would be times where you might want to grab them in real time, and you can always grab them afterwards, but some things are time sensitive. Oh, I didn't know that. Phantasm. Okay, next time there's a conversation, I'll try to be on it. To start a new conversation, visit the profile of your match. You may choose, or you may close a conversation whenever you feel like it. Your match will then be unable to message you unless you open it again. So Pretender80 says, Hiya, I just saw your profile and you seem quite nice. So I wondered do you have any more pictures? If so, let me know. Looking forward to hearing from you. I mean, weird to immediately just need more pictures. That seems like a pretty standard picture, but maybe not a total creep. Here's the one from Super Randy. Oh gosh. Hey Blondie, I just came across your profile and I got stunned immediately by your striking beauty. I just had to message you. I wonder if you could spare some time for a lonely heart like me to go out with me sometime. We could go out and have a drink at Frank's. You know the one since you're from Bonton too, right? What about this weekend? And then she replies, Blondie, seriously? I don't recall anyone ever call me Blondie, and I am from the 80s, child. Or I am an 80s child. Great, me too. So when are we going out? We're not. Now I totally get why you are over 30 and still single. Arrogant bitch. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, there's nothing we can grab from there. We already knew she was from Bonton, so we didn't need that information. And it seems on point for most men I've encountered. You know, that is one thing, Phantasma. I will say that I did. On the dating sites, I never messaged anybody. I just filled out my profile as well as I could. Try to put a lot of meaningful, but like, you know, somewhat entertaining information in there. Try to be funny. And put a lot of pictures. And I just waited for people to message me, which didn't happen very often. But I always felt like all the horror stories I've heard from women, like, they prefer to start conversations from what I heard, because they just get nothing but garbage all the time. So I just kind of like ignored that for the most part. Responded quickly if I ever got a message, if I was interested or not interested. But I definitely wouldn't go out of my way to message a bunch of people, because yeah, I feel so sorry for women on dating sites. It's obnoxious what I've heard and seen. Okay, here's Wise Sam. Not Sam Wise. Wise Sam. I just read your interesting profile. It left me dying for more information. Now here I am asking you away like you requested. If you dislike candlelight dinners and movies as you stated, guys will probably have a hard time dating you. That makes me wonder, what is it that you would like to do on a potential first date? Of course, I could resolve to just ask you out to the local Chinese place around the corner, and just abandon all the candle part of the dinner. Still, that does seem a bit straightforward. I could really use a helping hand here. Care to lend me yours? Cheers, Sam. Hi, Sam. It's kind of refreshing to read a decent message from here, or from time to time. If we were to go on a date, just ask me out to the local Chinese place you mentioned. I don't care much for dating rituals. By the way, name's Molly Schwartz. You can call me Molly. Hey, we got a name. That's an important one. Really quick to give out your first and last name to somebody that just had one not too terrible message. Molly Schwartz. She's using a fake name, and such a peculiar one at that. Because we know her, she's Nina. So why Molly Schwartz? Which one's fake? Now he's assuming Nina's real. We be sure of that? I'm not sure. And on Bumble, the woman has to reach out first. That's kind of how I treated all the dating apps I used, Phantasma. I only ever used a couple, and they were free ones. I never did any of the paid ones. Hi, Molly. Oh, great. Suits me well. Because, no kidding here, I don't like this stuff either. I think most guys don't, though it is nice from time to time, especially with the right woman. Speaking of which, I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about you. What the person behind the small picture with all those separate chunks of data is like. Does everybody call it chunks of data in this universe? What does Molly do for a living? What does she do when she's at home? Does she live all alone, or is there somebody waiting for her? Does she often get to climb? Please, Molly, feed a fool craving a little bit of knowledge about you. Don't let me starve. Cheers, Sam. Hey, Sam, you're quite the dramatic guy, aren't you? Anyway, here I go. I work whatever I find, aka temp work. Hope you weren't looking for someone with a shiny job title. I live in a small flat in between tons of industrial waste. You still with me? And indeed, I don't live alone. There is a special someone in my life. It's a man, and he is very, very important to me. He's also the reason I don't get to climb as much anymore. Jealous already? Don't be. It's my son, Michael. Aha! Relentless. We were right. Yes, it was a kid. Okay. Now that makes total sense. I was like, I'm trying to piece together. Oh, what if she has a child? Okay, so that's important. We'll say she's a temp worker, and she has a son. Now, this doesn't rule it out. But man, if you got a little kid at home, are you going to be going around bombing things? Come on. Not that you should be doing that anyway, but still, now you got more to live for, more responsibilities. Okay, I think that's all we need there. A single mother. Doesn't seem like the type to be involved with terrorist attacks. That's what I was saying. Doesn't rule it out, but, you know, it's kind of weird. Okay, I think we got everything we need. Oh, it's just showing me that because I haven't grabbed all the data. Okay. Also, we didn't grab all the opinions, but I don't think it's all necessary. Looking for financial stability? I mean, anybody would do that, right? That's not totally strange. Work easy. Is this the temp agency that she works at? I think so. Looking for a job? Looking for temporary staff? In both cases, you've come to the right place. With Work Easy, have you guys ever worked for a temp agency? I have not. You have the nation's largest database with more than 47,000 reliable temp and part-time workers and over 5,600 high-profile employers right at your tips. Our fingertips. Your tip. For convenience and safety, we offer escrow payments, connecting temporary employees with employers of many areas. Repairs, maintenance, retail, administrative, service. You have, Nate? It wasn't bad, but it's not great. I would imagine just the unknown factor of everything. You know, just the not consistent. That'd be the worst part of everything, right? Yeah, true tips. Hey, we got another picture of Molly. That looks like somebody's holding a gun to her head, like, smile. Hey, she got employer satisfaction of 4.5 out of 5. Can provide the following services: cleaning, maintenance, mechanical repairs, groundskeeping, customer service. This is an interesting one. Just the mechanical repairs. I don't know. I can't just grab that one, but I think that could be relevant. He did not respond. Been there since November 2013. That's like 4 years. Experience work. Level experience. Work easy star. Wait, what? Am I reading this right? 1,202 jobs taken? How long do these jobs last? Is that even feasible? Even if that's like one job a day, is that how they usually? I imagine like, yeah, some could be a day. I would imagine most would be like weeks or maybe a month or two, you know? And you might have some that are a day, but like, I don't know. That just seems weird to me. 1,202 jobs taken. We'll work 10 plus hour days. We'll work nights. We'll work weekends. We'll work holidays. This could be important. You did temps too as well, Tajay. You worked a lot of single day jobs. Maybe that's the norm. I'm not familiar with it at all. So that's really interesting. Let's grab this. This could give us some more information on her schedule. Look at us, working on the weekend. I get it. It's different, of course. When you're a single mother, that must be rough. Do you have any ideas why she is doing this? What she aims for? Okay, interested in hiring Mrs. Schwartz? Reach out. We got her address. Oh, wait, hold on. I almost grabbed that. There's a data chunk conflict, but we don't have the other data chunk. Okay. But we do have her email, so let's grab that. I like how each day is like a deep dive into one character, you know? Okay, we can't grab that yet. We gotta wait. Oh, we can look at the recent feedback. Okay, she was doing... Ooh, just as the Prime Minister leaves, the weather is getting even shittier. Wait, what was he talking about there? I don't know. And plus, it seems to be a little bit of like a TaskRabbit thing, so I could just even be a 1 or 2 hour job. Wow. That makes sense, Tasha. Yeah, you might do 3 different jobs at least in one day. Yeah. Okay, 1,200 jobs is making more sense now. Okay, cleaning and groundskeeping. A very reliable and hard worker. Would hire again. Oh, we're talking about the current week. I see, because yeah, this is April 15th. The bombing happened, I think, on April 14th. So on the 13th, she was working for this cleaning place. Also cleaning here. That's the same place. So she worked the 12th and 13th at this place. And on the 11th, she's doing maintenance work. She pretty much saved us when a critical employee went home sick and we were seriously understaffed. Absolute gem of a temp worker, fast, reliable, at an incredibly low rate. I mean, it sucks for her that she's getting paid so little. And Nate, at your temp jobs, a lot of them were not guaranteed hours too. So you'd sign up for an 8-hour shift, then it'd get down to 4 for no reason. Oh, what a mess. No, I could see that being very hectic, very stressful even. I mean, you don't even know what you're going to get paid at the end of the week because who knows what you're really going to be working. So these are the 2 conflicts, right? Oh no, there's another data conflict not shown yet. Okay. Well, how? I'm looking at all... Oh, maybe in a different document we're going to find other information about what she might have worked. Okay, I think that was all the links here. So let's go back to here. Oh, there's a new headline. This is what he was talking about, the Prime Minister. Blaine cancels meeting for surprise visit in Triflith. Prime Minister cancels crisis meeting and instead visits Parge's capital. Plans to lead renewal of stalled negotiations between Cassart and opposition. On Saturday morning, Prime Minister Blaine made a surprise shift of priorities. Originally scheduled for a crisis meeting with Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix in regards to the recent Bon-Ton terror attacks, the Prime Minister instead made plans to mediate in the more troubled negotiations with President Cassart and the opposition. The original crisis was removed from the official party website, and Blaine took a National Air Force flight straight to Triflith, the capital of Parges. As a government spokesman said, Prime Minister has landed in Triflith. Did I say it right? I hate that word. International Airport about an hour ago, and was promptly welcomed by President Cassart with military honors. This alone gave the opposition enough reason to once again question the impartiality of the Prime Minister and announce that Blaine would not be accepted as a proper mediator. Now, this whole thing about parges, we've heard about it a little bit before. There's some like US parges stuff going on, and some people potentially part of this terrorist group don't like the stuff going on in parges and how the United States, I guess, or the nation is I assume it's the United States because, we do that. They're just kind of imposing themselves on parges. I'm not sure. Something like that. See, one upside with the agency you were at was it had a 4-hour minimum, Tasha. So every often I get something that was like a moving job where we would have the truck unloaded in an hour and still get paid for 4. Nice. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Especially imagine if you did would this be possible? Could you do 4 jobs in a day, an hour each, and then get paid for 16 hours, 4 hours of work? That could be pretty sweet. It would have to be a perfect storm of everything working out, but who knows? Okay, let's go back to chat. Looks like there's something new. This is some email to Nina. Examination results. Dear Miss Maternova. We have a last name. This is probably correct. I'm writing on behalf of Dr. White. Walter White? On your last visit at our office, a blood sample was taken. This was then sent to the Bonton Central Hospital's laboratory for examination. I would like to inform you the results are now in. Date of the report, April 13th. This is the 15th. Patient number, We might as well grab the patient number. Couldn't hurt. Might not be relevant, but maybe they can get to different records that way. Report. There are no pathological findings. All values are normal and more or less ideal. Regardless, Dr. White has asked me to remind you to take his advice once again. What advice is that? Sincerely, Adelaide Ferguson. Like we got something new here, though. We got into the database. I love how that happens. Somebody's doing all the hacking for me. Okay. Oh, we got more of her birth date. This gives us the day. We already knew it was October 85. Now we know it's the 7th. I was going to say, is that close to your birth date, Relentless? I think your birth date's late October, right? Okay, so here's the other conflict. So where was that? So we're getting an address here. This is the medical database. I would think this one would be correct. Oh man, which ones? These could both be good. Okay, but that one's Fairview. This one's in Bonton. This is Bonton Fair. Or Farview, not Fairview. Crap. Yeah, I mean, I would think they would both be legitimate. That's true. It does say for mail. So that's probably, honestly, that might be the company, and then they send it to her. Because they probably should not be giving her real address out. That doesn't make sense at all. I bet this medical one's correct. Let's grab this one. Oh, perfect. An address is always helpful. Patient name, Mina Metronome. We already have that. I guess you can't grab it again. Okay. Oh, what is she complaining about? The patient complains about pain throughout her left thigh and upper leg, maybe from an explosion. She describes the pain as searing, burning, sometimes bursting. The leg feels numb at times. Symptoms occur whenever the leg is stressed, releasing only by sitting or lying down. Symptoms started 9 days ago. This is all very recent. Addendum. I have asked the patient regarding the healed wound on her left upper leg, as no medical record existed in their database. She was evasive and gave no clear statement about the wound's origin. Explosion? Examination. I can't know what the heck that means. A visual examination revealed cicatrix on lateral left upper leg. Palpitation on the leg conducted, tenderness to light pressure, leg skin is warm to the touch. X-ray revealed former deep wound in dorsal upper left upper leg, femur sinistra. NPD blood sample taken and sent to the BCH lab. Diagnosis. Pain is most probably due to a prior inflicted wound on dorsal left upper leg, compressing or damaging the nervus cutaneous femoris lateralis. Sure. Symptoms are similar to those of the meralgia paresthetica. A medical leave with strict rest until the end of April 2017 has been suggested. That's just like 2 weeks. The patient has been strongly advised to fade the leg and avoid further complications. Spirin 400 milligrams has been prescribed with the following annotation. Take 2 times a day after meals. Advise patient to come back if symptoms do not improve after 14 days. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this. She has an injury on her left leg. And this one looks like it is a conflict. Ouch. The info might come in handy, though. Okay, so here it says she's on medical leave with strict rest until April 2017. And the conflict was she was employed on these days. Well, in my opinion, assuming these reviews aren't faked, this is probably what really happened. She probably actually was working these jobs or doing something, getting paid for it, because this is a prescription has been suggested for medical leave. That doesn't mean she actually didn't do stuff. Often people don't follow their doctor's advice. So I kind of think that this is the truth over here. I think she's working this week. I don't know. Yeah, not everyone can afford to take the time off. Very true, Relentless. Especially if you're a single mother and you're working a temp job. Good luck getting some vacation time, right? I don't know if temp agencies even offer vacation, to be honest. And yeah, often, Taji, most don't even go visit the doctor, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and grab this. I think she was actually at these places. Doesn't mean she didn't blow up something, but she was probably actually doing those things. So she was working a lot over the week. Does that account for or against her ability of having committed the bombings? I'm not sure yet. Well, it really depends on where this cleaning was, right? She could have been doing this cleaning in a place that she had to set up the bomb. That kind of lets her scout it out, right? Gives her a reason to be there. Oh, wait, was there something else here? Go to previous entry. I missed this. There's actually more medical information on her. Patient reports of digestive nausea and vomiting, accompanied by light fever. Oral examination revealed slight irritation of the pharynx. Diagnosis: gastroenteritis? Gastroenteritis? I don't know. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about the dates. This one's 2015, so this is years ago. Yeah, that one's probably not necessary at all, but this one is the beginning of the month. Okay, so yeah, it says that she should be avoiding the leg for the rest of the month, but she was getting those reviews, so she probably didn't. And here it said to come back in 14 days. I don't think she did that because we don't see any other medical things. Gastroenteritis. Thank you, Tasha. And now we've looked at both of those. Wait, is there a conflict here? 347. Oh, we already fixed that conflict. What does it want us to get from here? The name, the date of birth, all that's the same. And your puppy almost died from that. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm glad that your puppy didn't. What fixed it? Was it like surgery or something? I feel like I'm missing a link or something. because I don't see any things I can drag over. Oh, I can go even further in the past. My bad. That was the link I was missing. Okay, this one, patient reports of permanent unrest, inability to sleep properly, gets up 5 to 12 times a night, but does not feel overly tired, hypervigilance, experiences heavy tremor in both hands when trying to write, also sometimes in the legs when walking, especially in the left leg. This was back in 2014, so this is like 3 years ago. When asked for the duration of the symptoms to record the anamnesis, the patient stated that began over 3 years ago, but would not elaborate. Asking why she did not visit earlier, the patient vehemently voiced discontent. A similar behavior was observed in reaction to any question regarding the origin of the symptoms or social and occupational circumstances at the time. In addition to the usage of strong language, the patient also hit a cabinet door with her fist. It was hard to get clear, reliable statements. The patient tends to act aggressively when feeling challenged or confronted. Rushes to extremes. Symptoms are similar to those of PTSD, but I can only be confirmed by a dedicated psychoanalysis. What situation this might have caused is unknown. Prior medical records for clarification cannot be found. Strongly advised to attend psychotherapy. Additionally, Zamarillion night, take 1 capsule per day, was prescribed. Also suggested to go and find the company of other people, a like-minded group to talk to. Oh no! Then she goes and looks for that thought group, right? So Phantasma, he had to go to the vet hospital and be on IV for a few hours. From there, anti-nausea medicine and probiotics. His problem was that he was so dehydrated and sick that he couldn't stand. Oh, the poor baby. He was basically limp in my arms when I took him in. Oh, that's so sad. Oh my gosh, poor puppy. I really wish dogs could talk. I'm sure it would be very annoying and aggravating, but I just want to be able to talk to the dogs when there's something wrong. I just want to know what's wrong. What hurts? Is it your leg? Is it your stomach? What's your problem? Oh, and he's only 12 weeks old. Oh my gosh, a little baby. Okay, so this one I'm not sure about, guys. It says, is suffering from unrest hypervigilance? She did, like 3 years ago. Is that still a true statement? I don't know. We can grab this one because this is probably still the same. It does correlate to other things we found too. That sounds menacing. An important finding. I wonder what might have caused it. But this one I'm not sure about. Ignore it and come back? Okay. Just because it says she is suffering from that, and that's not true from that statement. She was suffering from that. Oh, we have a couple new things. Okay, a phone call to Juliet. We haven't heard from Juliet in a while. Oh, I might have to be quick on this. This might be a timed thing. Welcome to Rosentech. You are calling outside of our office hours. Please? Hey, little Junebug. June, it's so great to hear from you. Or Julebug, sorry. Yeah, you too. Should I grab this? Oh, I'm on the wrong... See, I can't even do this and read at the same time. I'm doing it after the fact. Yeah, you too. That's why I called. 'Twas about June, and Julebug had their annually sisterly chat. Ah, her sister. Super right. How'd you know I was working today? Ha, when aren't you? Sorry, I forgot for a second. You actually know me. Feeling stressed? Boss causing trouble? I can call back later. No. Just hanging around the office is just a good excuse, you know, not to be at home. I see. I never got why you moved back in the first place. I had to leave my student apartment. You know that. And you know that's a super lame excuse. You earn good money at Rosentech, don't you? You could rent any flat in town. You just don't want to. I see you're not going to relent. Nope. Sorry. I had a pretty rough start this year. I couldn't really stand being alone at the time. I feel much better now. Mom, Dad, they're so happy I'm back. You don't want to disappoint them, do you? Yeah, I can't do that to them. Not again. And here I was, thinking Juliet had finally reached a state of emancipation. Hey, I have. No, you haven't. You're letting yourself be hassled by Mom and Dad again, little Julebug. Julebug. It's strangely nostalgic you still say that. Remember how I made that up for you? Yeah, I was so envious when Dad called you his little June bug and he didn't have any nickname for me. And rightly so. Don't give in to Dad. At least give him a good fight, okay? I will, believe me. Goody. So I figure I should leave you for work then. Yeah, office is empty, but yeah, my to-do list is long. Okay, let's talk another time. I will call you again. Do not try to reach me. Just kidding. June? Yep. Thank you for believing in me. Oh, look at you sounding so serious. That's what a big sis is for, right? I guess so. See you, June. See you around, Julebug. Okay, so we got to grab that nickname. Oh, when it's in real time, you'll know which profile to be on. I was going to say, when that happened, I was on the wrong one. It's like, I don't have time. It's moving too quick. Even just reading it out loud, I can't keep up with it in time. I'd have to... Do you guys remember? This is old person stuff. Micro machines, like little tiny toy cars back in the day. There was this guy in the 90s that would do these commercials, and he would talk like 1,000 words per minute in the advertisements. He was kind of like one of those auction guys, you know? I'd have to be able to read out loud that fast just to get through all this text and do it in real time. He might be I'm not sure about FedEx guy. I don't know. I loved Micro Machines Tajay. The only problem is the wheels weren't like super strong. It was easily to kind of get them like twisted or break them off. They weren't as like strong as Hot Wheels, I guess, but they were so tiny. You rarely damaged them, I guess. But they were really cool. I dug them. Okay, so let's go back to... This is Juliet. And she has a nickname of Julebug. Don't know if we'll hear that again, but you know. Yeah, that was so cheap, but they were neat. It was just, I like tiny little things like that. It's just cool. Julebug. What a weird name is that? Like Junebug, but her name's Juliet? I think it's kind of cool. Okay, so what is this one? June Carrington is the sister. Yep, let's go ahead and get that created. Might be useful. And she was working on Saturday. Is that today? Okay, that could be useful information. Oh, sweet, Hasifa. Good, we have an example for those. I'm excited to watch it again because I haven't seen those since I was a kid, but they were always so iconic. How fast that guy could talk and go through this. And you could hear him. He was clear. I mean, he was advertising, but man, it was cool. Had a rough start into 2017? Sure. Luckily, it's not 2020, Juliet. I suspect that's because she ended her relationship at the time. This one I don't think is true. Here it says that you're letting yourself be hassled by mom and dad again. I don't think she's being hassled by mom and dad. She had to move back in with them. They seem to be very loving parents. I don't think I need to grab that. And we have another, is this a phone call or a chat message with Nina? It's a phone call, I think, or text messages. Knock, knock. You've got to ask who's there. Not in the mood for knock, knock jokes. Ah, you blew it. Cut the crap. Who are you? So now you can ask. Initiate is the name. Do I know you? I'm someone who knows you better than you know yourself, sweetie. Is this the person that was emailing Harrison? Oh, not again. You're from Singular, right? Don't care how you got my number. Just leave me alone. Oh, lol, no, that's not where I'm from. User has blocked this communication. That was a real-time one? Okay. Well, luckily, I can still grab stuff after the fact. Someone named Initiate she was in contact with. Let's go ahead and go to the right profile. And we'll grab that. Okay, it is Initiate again. I was going to say, that kind of sounds familiar. That might be the person that was anonymously emailing Harrison, kind of threatening him. This Initiate again. I wonder what his or her role is in this. Well, we'll find out. Initiate has been in contact with 2 of our target persons so far. That should be enough. And here we go. Feel free to investigate this hacker as well, but keep the focus on Miss Metronova for now. Ooh, this could be interesting. I imagine if I start looking into this hacker, he might know what I'm doing and then try to hack Orwell. How cool would that be? Ezra on stream, how's it going, Skywalker? It's great to see you, dude. What is new? How was your day so far? What you been up to, man? Oh, I do have a... Oh, what just happened? I do have a little update. I ordered a like a racing seat that I can like sit in and like lean back and it locks my wheel and pedal into place. It's like a portable one too. I can move around because I don't have enough room in here to have it permanent, obviously. I get that Thursday, which is perfect because I have Friday off. So I get to wake up early on Friday, and while Andy's working, I'll probably race all day. Should be cool. I'm excited to try that out. Another chat with Initiate. Can't block a hacker, right? Oh, no, no, no. Can't block Initiate out like that, sweetie. Buzz the duck off. You should listen to me. Just for the moment, all right? And then I'm all gone. Poof. I don't care what you have to say. See, I know all about your little band of troublemakers, and I really dig it. The government needs a kick where the sun don't shine. That's all right with me, sweetie. But bombing people? That's just wrong. Or that's plain wrong. Bullshit. How come you think that was one of us? Let's just say I've been watching you all for some time. The Bonton bombs hit places where your outlaw posse has been to in the past. No way you did not hear about that. You are extremely lucky that the cops are stupid enough not to have figured out that connection yet. Else they might have prevented the mall thingy. Hey! I resemble that remark. So give me a reason to, you know, like put that consciousness of mine at ease. I would want to help you, not turn you in. How dare you threaten me? You got nothing. Yolanda, be cool. I said I want to help after all, not threaten you. I'll show you I can be trusted. I'm gonna hack that precious page of the party and upload a special something. It's gonna be easy with those guys, or with those... Wait, it's gonna be easy with those party it guys being lazy bones. I have a hard time reading this guy. As long as they don't see it coming in the next few secs. But then you'll answer my questions, alright? I don't care about your shit. Wait. Give me a sec while I get to work. Don't go away. If I could get away from you, I would. I can't switch my phone off now. That's a nice looking firewall you have there, dear party web team. It'd be a shame if someone would just bypass it. I love that. Can you actually shut up? Doing this still gives me the chills, and I need to distract myself somehow. So, sheesh, almost done. Just a second longer. The anticipation. Done. Delacroix has never been prettier. Oh no. What did he do? Wait, I have to take a look at that. This is gold. Can we have a talk now? If you must, make it quick and quit poking around my life. Oh, Skywalker, what kind of donut did you have? You said you were not involved in the assaults. I'm not. Okay. Do you think it's someone else in thought? This band of misfits? Never. Harrison is the only guy I could remotely imagine doing anything like that. Harrison had an interest in Cassandra because she could access big money through her parents' company. Otherwise, she is mostly a spoiled brat who thinks the world owes her. Was Cassandra an ex? Oh, Cassandra was the girl in the beginning, right? Juliet was just a bit shy, but damn good at organizing stuff, but not capable of going terrorist if you ask me. You know what I think? It's the government themselves behind the bombings. I thought about that. Did you know that since 2011, all the electronic devices must have unique IDs? Huh. They look like this. PCs, blah, 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 and it's not even secure. It looks like the code labeled on my PC. That's because it is. What? You found your PC code. Don't worry. I only access the number remotely. Nothing more. You deserve some privacy. Since you pulled that hack, I'm willing to believe you for now. Can you use your skills to find out if it's the Gov's work? What they're up to? Of course. My word is good. I will get to the bottom of this. You just do whatever you do and keep cool, alright? Gotta go now. It's alright, sweetie. See you soon. Okay, but stop calling me sweetie. Dang, that was a long one. Skywalker, I never have donuts. Mostly because it's practically impossible to get a really good, like those like really soft, fluffy donuts, gluten-free. They just don't make them. And that's the only kind of donut Andy really likes. And the only gluten-free donuts I've seen are those like really thick, like cakey donuts, and they're fine. They're just not my favorite, and they're not Andy's favorite. So we rarely try to go out to get donuts. Every once in a while I'll get one for myself, but I don't usually go out of my way to do that. I did have a Krispy Kreme for the first time ever earlier this year. It's pretty good. It wasn't like the greatest thing in the world, but like when those are warm, it's kind of amazing the texture those things have. It's almost like cotton candy. It just melts in your mouth, seriously. So Phantasma, that was the real-time one. You could have stopped him from hacking the page. Oh, really? I don't know what happens if you don't do it, and I'm down to see it. Oh, nice. Wait, now how would I have stopped him from hacking? Like, I didn't see anything pop up on the screen that I could have clicked on. Would I have had to have left this chat and gone to the website and done something, I guess? Yeah, let me see what else was on here that was interesting. Okay, so initiate is anti-governmental. Just by pulling in the data chunks? Okay. So let's go to initiate. Anti-governmental, that sounds right. Ah, you get to pull in the warning. Oh, that makes sense now, Phantasma. You know what's funny is I actually turned up the speed of the text just so that I always had something to read and I can keep going, because sometimes those breaks were really long. That would actually be really useful in this case for the real-time stuff. Gives you more time to actually do it. And Janie, your paper's done and turned in two weeks early, Janie? Man, I'm not usually too bad of a procrastinator, but 2 weeks early, that's fantastic, Janie. Congrats. So now, are you done? Or are you done for just a while before it starts up again? Okay, plans to sabotage the homepage of the party. We knew that. Are you mad? You set, oh crap, on such important information only to pass it on after it's no longer useful? You wanted to see what happened, didn't you? Well, I'll keep my mouth shut, but if anybody finds out, good luck with explaining why you withheld such crucial info. I didn't withhold it. I'm just slow. I didn't really get a strong case for Harrison being a terrorist. Nina has suspicions. I'm more suspicious of Nina. What was this one? So in this profile update, Cassandra was invited into thought by Harrison for being able to access pharmaceutical money. And Harrison's update says intended to access Watergate pharmaceutical money through Cassandra Watergate. Okay. Juliet is good at organizing. That could be useful. Nice, Relentless. That's classic. The only thing I've done 2 weeks early was being born. Let's see. Oh, go back to here. Bring up Juliet. Say she's good at organizing. That's probably fine. Go back to Nina. She thinks it's the government. Maybe. Aha, what a joke. Of course the government will bomb Bonton to bits. Just justify surveillance, right? I've heard that a million times by now. Every time something happens, there is nothing to these conspiracy theories. We can grab this data because this gives us enough context in the message down there that it's not bad data, because it just says that Harrison is suspected by Nina. That's true. So I have to go to Harrison though. Doesn't mean he did it, just suspected by Nina. It says it in that thing. I don't have to... Context is important, right guys? First the Hector is suspecting him, and now her? What do they know that we don't? And then we can update both of them with this. This is kind of a stretch maybe, but we'll see if this is true. Must be crushing when your friends only like you for your money. Oh, and Janie, you get extra credit if you turn it in early. And you've done 2 more months or so of classes. Dang, Janie. Okay, now that makes sense to turn it in early if you get extra credit. Heck yeah. Good job. Okay, so you can always tell, Phantasma, when it's the real-time ones, because they do give you more time. I did notice that he was, like, almost there. 1 more sec. It's like, okay, yeah, I guess that's when they want me to do something. Good to know, though. I mean, that's the first time I saw that. Like, even though you guys warned me about it, that was the first time I experienced it, I guess. So now I know a little better what to look for. I want to see the... There it is. I was curious what was changed. She's never looked better. The Ministry of Bullshit, dedicated to the purpose of power-mongering and bullying people, was formed as quickly as possible after the elections, just as anyone sane would have anticipated. She is the most hated for the inception of the bullshit bingo, in which Mrs. Delacroix always wins due to her high density of BS in her own speeches. Bullshit bingo. Mrs. Delacroix was subsequently granted the title of Queen of Bat Bullshit. I think that was the only hack, but I'm curious where this goes. Here, okay, we've been here before. Ah, we got something new on Harrison's, like, Facebook account. Okay, looks like he posted his article here too. I think most of you, my very loyal followers, friends, and fiends, have never actually heard that I am writing for the TNB. But yeah, that is a thing. Looky here. Judy Hall says, this is why you kept quiet here for so long. Congrats to that. Peter Fletcher, nice mohawk. What the hell? The big revolutionary himself, a lackey to one of the most pro-fascist, pro-surveillance bullcrap newspapers. That picture. Is that Spike and Span Babyface you? And the text. Loose lips sink terrorist ships? Will the real Hancock please stand up? Guess the gov bought you like everyone else. See the revolution go down the drain. Excuse me now, I have to puke way more than I ate. Your birth was scheduled, which to be honest feels right. Wait, oh, so you were was that a C-section, Nate? Or something? Like they scheduled it and it didn't happen beforehand, I'm guessing? Or your mom was just very accurate on the time. We're like, yeah, you probably give birth on Wednesday, and boom, Wednesday comes and it happens. Peter, I know what you mean. I feel you. When TNB called on me to ask if I would write for them, I laughed at them hard for 30 minutes straight before hanging up. But then they called me again to let me know that I could write whatever I want. No strings attached. Hell, I can even swear, and I do, frequently. Now I got the attention and reach I always wanted, and I can use it for a good cause. Well, good luck. With an article like that, you could not be any further away. Oof. Okay, I think the rest of this we've already read, which now this is actually making more sense. I think these things were all with Juliet, and when they broke up, he deletes all those pictures and posts, obviously. And Phantasma, you feel like C-sections are the best way to give birth? My friends who have had one have had kids disagree. But it's 45 minutes in and out, and you're going to get ripped up anyway. So, yeah, nobody gets through that unscathed, right? And Relentless, when you were born, everyone thought there was something wrong with me because you wouldn't cry. And you were breathing and all, you just didn't cry. You're just like, you're already fed up with the world, Relentless. You just come out like, really? Really? You knew, Relentless. You're just ahead of the curve, that's all. Okay, I think we already did this conflict. Yeah, we already did that. Okay. Are we all caught up on everything? There's a few things I skipped. I might have to do those. No new chats. Okay, let's take a look at some of the things that we skipped. Down here, this inability to sleep. Let's go ahead and grab that. Go back to Nina. I've been here for 5 minutes. I'm already disappointed. Hypervigilance is close to feelings of paranoia, though. It's not the same. Has been suffering with unrest, hypervigilance for the last 3 years. Okay, that's interesting too. She's been dealing with this for a long time. What, 3 years? What happened back then? Must have been really bad. Yeah, that we don't know yet. Okay, let's go back here. So I must be missing something on her dating profile? She wants financial stability. I don't see a problem with that. Who doesn't need a little reliability in their lives? I mean, that's what I was saying. Oops. It's clear she is craving this for her son. I think I missed one. And then there's stuff here. You know, the climbing might be important. We might find that bomb or something was put up somewhere high that would require some climbing skills. Maybe that would be important. It's not misleading information, I don't think. And she's athletic, sure. No, still nothing new. Can't click on these guys. Oh, that's right. You can disable things. So, okay, I've got one question about that, Hasifa. So let's say that I have one more piece of information to grab before this, because you do have to grab all the important things before it starts to move on, right? Like you hit a certain, I guess, threshold, and then it continues the story. You start unlocking new stuff. What if I disabled something that was important? It just removes it from notices. See, that would make me scared, Hasifa, because what if I removed notices for something important and then the story wasn't moving on because I didn't drag something in? You could re-enable it, but then I can't find it, Phantasma. That's my thing, is like if I was deep in here and I muted something, I guess, without having that little icon there, I might never find it again. You know, I wonder if they hacked anything else. The only thing is you can't disable are conflicts. That makes sense. The conflicts seem to be like the most important ones. Oh, okay, you still get an icon, Phantasma. Never mind. That works. That works. I was thinking it would just be gone completely. I've never actually muted anything, so I didn't know how it really worked. And Relentless. The fact that she's looking for a relationship for a few years is so odd to me. Well, not the fact that she chose it as much as the fact that it's even an option. I understand that there are people who aren't looking for casual dating, but aren't looking for someone to marry either, or aren't necessarily after long-term relationships right off the bat. But saying, I want a relationship that lasts 1 to 2 years, that just makes it seem weird. I agree, Relentless. I mean, you would think you want financial stability, you have a kid, you probably want to find the one, so to say. You want to find a long-term relationship. It's cool if you don't. Not going to judge you, but that's just kind of like, I guess, what you expect, you know? Okay, it doesn't look like they hacked anything else. Just that one picture. Oh, maybe there was something in a chat message I didn't grab. I forgot about that. Quite a bit in these chat messages. Oh, her PC name. Ah, how did I forget this? Yoink. That's important. Now we're going to hack all of her stuff on her PC. Oh, very good. You found the device UID. Every device in the nation has one, in accordance with the safety bill. We can use the inside tool to connect and see what a user has on their device. Note, a device must be on and running and have an online connection in order for you to access it. That makes sense. Ooh, Insider. Have I even been to this? I don't know. Yeah, putting an expiration date on the relationship before it even starts. Or just really, really low expectations, I guess, maybe. I don't know. You know, some people that choose that sort of option so they don't seem desperate, or like they're trying to tie someone down too quickly. Oh, that kind of makes sense, Nate. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I don't remember in any of the dating sites I used back in the day if it ever let me say I want a relationship for this many years. I think they were much more vague in like, you want casual dating, you want long-term relationship, you want this or that. So they were so much more broad categories. It was, you could just pick one and it pretty much hit enough blocks that's probably fine, you know? But she specifically just said 2 years or 2 or 3 years. That's all I want. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's hack her desktop. We're in. This is cool. There's her kid. Let's check the private folder first. An apology and an offer. Ah, this is from Abraham. Hey, let's grab his email address too. Now we're getting some good stuff. Where you at, Abraham? Yoink. Got your email. Okay, he says, Nina, I would like to offer you my sincerest apologies. It was not my intent to denounce you in front of all the other members of Thought, or worse, basically everyone. After all, what we do or say online persists like a minefield, as I wrote in an earlier blog post. I should have been more considerate. Your actions at the Circle Mall have turned out to be very different to what I had anticipated them to be, but that was hardly your fault. It was mine. Instead of passing judgment on you, I would like to offer you my help. From my impressions, I would assume you are someone whose life so far has been troubled, to say the least. Although it might not seem obvious, I have a rather moving background as well. As they put it, it takes one to know one. I would suggest we have a talk about how we might assist each other best. Please let me know if you're interested. Christian! How's it going, dude? Welcome. Okay. Oh yeah, Big Brother 2.0 Hasifa hacking into the computers. I like it. So what is the clue here? Oh no. So I ran into this bug before where it won't show me when I highlight it what it's actually trying to tell me. I wonder if I go back, look at something else, go back into there. Yeah, it's just like bugged. So I think to continue, I'm going to have to quit. I had to do this before. I had to like quit the game and then come back. But before I do that, let me try to drag one other thing. Go back to Nina's profile. Let's see. Under like reader, not people. Where was it? Oh, you mean here. Oh, I see what you mean. I wasn't in here, Hasifa? My bad. That might have been just my mistake before. Let's go back to desktop, private, apology. Nah, still doesn't show it. But I'm going to try one other thing. Let's go to another article and see if it lets me do it on a different one. Do not read. D. Schwartz. Okay, so that one worked. Okay, this is August 2nd, 2008. This is like nine years ago. So I guess let me drink something before we get into this. You know, some people that choose that sort of option so they don't seem to. Oh, wait, I already read that date. You know what I need to do is brew some tea before this game, just because of all the reading. Keep my throat Nice and ready for this. Don't think I didn't forget that quote. So, I guess you disregarded the subject and went straight into reading this utterly embarrassing mail nonetheless. I knew you would. Well, don't tell me I didn't warn you. I've never written a text like this in my entire life, so I hope you'll be clement with me. Our backpacking trip along the Italian northwest coast has been okay. I will just say it. Amazing, brilliant, the best I've ever been on. And that was not due to the sun, even though it was blazing all 10 magnificent days through. It was not due to the rocky coastline with its endless serpentine roads winding up and down the cliffs, and not due to the picturesque villages alongside of them we passed through. It was due to you being there that made me enjoy every single second of it. I mean, just remember the one time we just wanted to have a photo of us taken, and the only person around was that elderly Italian woman? She didn't understand a word of what we wanted and kept shrugging and shaking her head. I had to bite my tongue so hard not to burst out in laughter. But you, cool as you are, just walked over to her, gave her your broadest smile, put the camera into her hand and the finger on the shutter release, then ran back to me to make absolutely sure she wouldn't take a picture of just me. It's funny how all of this, how this all makes all of the shots. Try it again. It's funny how this makes one of all the shots made for the best photo of the entire trip, don't you think? Every cell in me wants to just backspace all of this letter and just not send it. But at the same time, I just want you to read it and know how I feel about you. Seems you have passed the patented Desmond-Schwartz relationship test. Desmond Schwartz. So I might as well write down what I've been trying to tell you this whole time. I love you. Wait, hold on a sec. Desmond Schwartz? We had a new follower last time we streamed this game. His name was Desmond Inc. Coincidence? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, so Desmond, yeah, seems sus, right? Desmond was in a relationship with Nina. Okay, let's get that new profile. Yoink. Probably coincidence. Although, I mean, to be honest, once you've had Samuel Gordon jump into your stream, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Haha, the CIA training is showing again. Nice. And Symes doesn't believe in coincidences. That's right, Relentless. No one likes Symes. I like Symes so far. He seems cool. Schwartz, like her alias. So she isn't single after all. Oh no. No. Cancel, undo. Well, I'm just going to pretend like that doesn't do anything bad. I didn't read it closely enough. I guess I thought was in a relationship. It says is in a relationship. That's not true. This was a long time ago. As far as I know. Dang it. Okay, whatever. What's the worst can happen? Unless Desmond's the terrorist. We want bad information. Here we go. Saved protocol Desmo 16, whatever this is. This is you. This is Nina, I assume. You know, if we were to marry and have children, it would be really funny if my name was Molly. Whoa, wait a sec. You're getting a bit ahead of things. You know I like to plan ahead. Yeah, you do like that. I really like Nina as a name, though. Why Molly? Desmond says to Molly, girl, I like your face. Come again? Oblada? What? The Beatles. Don't tell me you don't know that. Oh, sorry, I did not know that Beatles reference. Don't tell me you don't know that. You're the oldie lexicon impersonated. I have to admit, I was never such a Beatles fan. More on the Rolling Stones side of the road. Okay, this is a major gap in your knowledge. You're aware of that. Why do I know the song? There was something about a bra in there, wasn't there? Sheesh, it's not about a bra. In a couple of years, they built a home sweet home with a couple of kids running in the yard of Desmond and Molly Schwartz. I like that idea. Me too. You don't have a problem with kids being the center of my life, do you? Not at all. But I guess you'll have to go and change your first name. Maybe I will. I officially dare you. I will do that for real. Just you wait. And then we'll see Lala how life goes on. Brah. Okay, so she's child-centered. She has a child. I'm not totally surprised. You also like Symes? Okay, I'm not the only one, Nate. You love a sassy man in a sweater vest. No wonder for a single mother. Everything we found on Miss Matronova just shows a single mother trying to make ends meet for her son. Oh, good. He's saying single still. Even though I changed it to say she's in a relationship. That seems to be her primary motivation. It's an admirable one at that. One that does not mix well with terrorist ambitions. Oh, is she in the military? Yoink. Miss Matronova is an ex-soldier. This is worthy of in-depth research. We need to specifically know what kind of experience she has. This explains potentially leg injury and the PTSD kind of stuff. I was thinking, did a bomb go off and hurt her and now she's freaked out about that? No, it might have been a war injury. Okay, we've looked at everything on her desktop, but she still has this sys folder. We can look at her history. Ah. She looked up CCTV's Stelligan. Interesting. That's kind of weird. Bomb thing could be army related, yeah. I mean, that also means that she could have that experience, right? To do bombs. That's an odd thing to search for when you don't have something sinister in mind. Agreed. This vaguely associates Nina with the Stelligan assault. If we could associate Miss Matronova with the two other sites, well, that can make for a very compelling case indeed. Okay, it does show her logging into her work site on the days that she worked, it looks like. So that's not totally a surprise, I guess. There's nothing else to grab from there. Let's check her trash. Ah, we got a few things in the trash. Request regarding job. Dear Mrs. Schwartz, this is from Bonton City. We are glad to inform you that we will indeed be able to meet your request. Please be present at the operating site around 4 p.m. on both days. Please keep a copy of this message as confirmation receipt, as we will not be able to make changes to the job originally agreed upon in your Work Easy profile. Okay, what did this say? And she says, I have a request on a rather short notice. Would it be possible for me to take over the Freedom Plaza shift on April 11th and 12th from 4 to 8 instead of the one in Nowlands? Okay, that's weird. Why is she taking over the shift of a place that was just bombed on that day? Could be kid related? Could be bomb related. Let's go ahead and drag that over. She requested to be relocated to a job at one of the bombing sites. Well, it's only a request, but it connects her to one of the bombing locations. That makes 2 locations she is tied to. We will have a very solid case if we can make that 3. This might be a similar one too. Dear Miss Matronova, thank you for your interest in working with us. As we receive numerous applications every day for each position, we are required to refuse most of them. Unfortunately, we have chosen another applicant who fits the position slightly better. We hope you will understand. Thank you for your interest. Please do not hesitate to apply again at a later date. And she was trying to have a job for a mechanic at Westfield Cars. Westfield Cars. Is that the name of the mall? Oh, we got a phone number. Do we not have a phone number? I don't know. Maybe not. I thought we had our work information. Mobile phone number. There we go. Maybe that's different. Application as a housekeeper. Thanks for the application. I am sad to inform you that we have decided on another candidate. All the best in your future job search. So she says, I would like to apply as a housekeeper for the Williamson Real Estate. Please find my application, documents, cover letter, my CV, and references attached. Okay, nothing too shady there. Okay, I think we're pretty good on all this stuff. I'm going to back out to here. Wow, we haven't looked at any of this mail. Wait. No, these are the same ones we opened. They were just in the trash. That's a little confusing. Okay. This one might be new. It looks like we've already looked at the rest of them. From also Abraham. No, we read this. Okay, so... Oh, this is the same one I had a problem with before. So everything else was working. I completely forgot about this one. This one does not show the highlights. I could probably take it. I just don't know what I'm taking. I'm gonna hope that whatever is in the little helpful information is correct. Try the top left corner. Or maybe this top left. I see what you were thinking, Hasifa. Like maybe it was too low on the screen that it wasn't rendering right. Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter. We did try... I think I did quit the game one time and reload it, and it might have fixed that problem. Let's go ahead and try it real quick. Wait, log out and log back in rather than quit? Let's try that. Luckily, I think this game does a pretty good job of always having a constant save state without having to redo anything, really. I love how this Orwell icon looks like an eye at first. Oh, good. You looked it up, Hasifa. Sweet. Thank you. That's only the second time I think it's ever happened to me, but still, hate to see it, right? Okay, back to Insider. We go here. Still nothing. Well, let's go ahead and go to Nina. We'll drag this, and if we see another one, I'll reboot, but I think this one's going to be fine. You have never seen an 8? You got to enable RTX. You notice those shadows on those like faces that have like 30 polygons? That's where it's probably happening. Assist each other with what exactly? That's a good question. Okay, back to the reader. Now we got, ooh, the Army of the Nation. I got some information on her. Another profile picture. Yoink. Always needs more RTX. You know, Andy dragged me back into World of Warcraft recently. I started playing that again. Holy crap, they've changed that game since I last played it. It's a totally different game now. But there's actually options for RTX shadows in World of Warcraft. Crazy. I mean, the game's so old and they managed to like patch World of Warcraft or RTX into there. However, it wouldn't let me turn it on. It gave me an error message saying like something wasn't enabled, and it gave me like 3 things. It said it has to be like DirectX 12, has to be, what else was it? You have to have the latest version of your video card drivers, and there's one other thing I forget, but for whatever reason I couldn't do it. I don't know if it's a beta thing or what I have to do. I didn't really look into it. Yeah, actually Minecraft with the RTX Hasifa looks amazing. That actually is what made me play the game, and I had a lot of fun with that. All right, nice. It suits her. Let's just grab all this information. All right, she was a combat engineer battalion. Ah, engineer, huh? And she got a bravery medal, which means that she saw some stuff. Miss Matronova seems to have come a very long way from being such an honorable person. We don't totally know she's dishonorable. We just know she's kind of hot-headed right now, for sure, you know? All right, she's specialized in combat engineering. Oh, I can't drag these things over. Oh, that's the same thing as up here. Ah, dishonorable discharge and 3 months of confinement for being AWOL with voluntary return. That is a severe punishment. Did you know that this puts her on the same level as any other previously convicted felon? That's crazy. Yeah, I really liked how Minecraft looked with RTX. It's kind of a bummer they haven't done it on the consoles yet, but hopefully pretty soon. Heck, I even think that, what is it called? Fortnite has RTX stuff now. I don't know if it's just reflections or what, but I think you can even do it on the consoles. The newest versions, obviously, PS5 series. All right, wanted cyber protection experts. The freedom of the nation is not only threatened by conventional weaponry and terrorism. A growing number of foreign hackers try to intrude corporate and public networks to steal confidential information or sabotage facilities in order to get advantages in the highly competitive global economy. The Army of the Nation is on the brink of founding a new cyber task force to counter this new digital danger. If you are an expert in the field of information security, enlist now and become one of the pioneers to protect the nation online. The threefold terrorist attack on Bonton has led General Hartmann to openly consider a temporary activation of Mission Kerberos. Or Kerberos, I'm not sure. This would mean a constant presence of military forces within the capital to safeguard public places. What do you know? We need this right now. It may seem like an admittance that our security measures so far are not enough, but it is the option to go for if we want safety, Hartmann stated in regard to the considered activation. Soon after the statement was released, the Ministry of Security published an official notice to the Ministry of Defense asking to withhold the activation of Kerberos for now. The notice was soon accepted by the Ministry of Defense, rendering General Hartmann consideration obsolete. So let me click on this link. Where is this? We're right next to Parges. I was thinking like it was going to be further away. I don't know why. So the safety bill, along with a set of further entitlements, allows the Army of the Nation to be deployed in the homeland wherever needed. This paved the way for the mission Kerberos, intended to secure or evacuate densely populated areas in case of large-scale terrorist attack. To be able to achieve this, several divisions of the Army have received special training and are on standby at all times. Fortunately, Kerberos has remained dormant to date. You know, it kind of makes more sense why she's so pissed off at the government now, getting that dishonorable discharge and everything. She kind of holds some resentment, I'm sure. Okay, so that's under missions. Oh, memorial. Ah. 2011. They were together in like 2008, I think that email was from. So her boyfriend died on a military mission. Yeah, let's drag that over. This is harsh. 2011 Army missions were initiated by the current government. As much as I hate to say it, it definitely provides motivation to hate the government. Let's find out more to back that up. Yeah, that makes even more sense now, right? But I kept scrolling. Oh, we got a few things updated. Okay, let's hear into the party. Now wait, is this data that was already there? Or what? Okay, so it also became mandatory to inform employers whenever an applicant or employee is an ex-convict or otherwise regarded potentially dangerous. So the profile update would say, safety bill prevents Nina Matronova from getting a job. That's why she's at a temp agency, right? You can't get like a steady job, I guess. This must be absolutely horrible for her, especially considering she is on her own taking care of her son. It takes one hell of a motivation together with the fact that Desmond was killed on a mission sanctioned by the government. Gosh, it just keeps piling up, huh? Previously, I was sure that the only thing important to Miss Matronova was her child, but with this new insight, we cannot ignore the possibility she might be out for revenge. Yeah, that would definitely explain the AWOL too, right? I didn't read if the dates matched up, but they probably do. Oh, I can click on all these different missions. My bad. I already read Mission Kerberos. Okay, so this is the Gentrian flood aid. Ah, we got something there. After torrential week-long rainstorms during the 2016 fall, Gentria saw one of the worst floods within its recorded history. Nearly 1,000 people died, and over 800,000 were left homeless. Without hesitation, the Army of the Nation was sent in order to help the survivors with the distribution of supplies and rebuilding the most basic infrastructure. Involved units. This is probably hers, maybe? Okay, so there's a conflict somewhere, so we gotta check out the rest of these. We're gonna have a conflict on this military site? That's annoying. Okay, stable Ustavakia. As an extension to the Ustavakia drug inhibition, the mission Stable Ustavakia focuses on the support and direct protection of its citizens who are endangered by the cartel wars. Another focuses on wiping out corruption in the public departments, such as law enforcement. Okay, let's check out Ustavakia drug inhibition. The nation of Ustavakia gained its notoriety for its thriving business in illegal drugs, primarily heroin. That's one way to run a nation. As such, it also hosts some of the most influential and dangerous cartels in the world, who tend to settle the differences in the Ustavakian streets by armed force. The police force of Ustavakia finds itself overwhelmed by the sheer brutality the cartels often display. To make things worse, law enforcement staff are often found to either be corrupt or have been severely intimidated by the cartels. In 2015, the government decided to order to stabilize the country and inhibit the drug trafficking into the nation. The Army of the Nation would offer support to the local forces in a bid to eradicate all traces of the criminal trafficking trade. Let's see. Oh, conflict at the bottom of the page? Though I'd say look at the dates. Oh, let's see. Wait, back here? Oh, you're talking about... Where was it? This flood aid? This conflict right here, right? I haven't seen the actual conflict yet. It's probably on this one. No, not yet. With a massive, uncontrolled influx of refugees from Parges into the nation, arrangements had to be made to take control of the situation. As a consequence of the Army of the Nation was forced to secure the border with continuous patrols, adding a number of checkpoints. And then the peacekeeping mission. The aftermath of the 2006 military coup quickly spiraled into a one-time democratic model country Parges into chaos. The rebel movement, Forces of the True Parges, FTP, I know FTP is something else, declared war on the newly formed government under General Demjan Kasart, which led to a long-lasting and bloody civil conflict, until the Army of the Nation was finally greenlit to intervene and de-escalate the situation. Realizing they were unable to stand a chance in an open struggle, the FTP changed their strategy to terrorism. Under the impression of being involved in an unwinnable skirmish, the prior government of the nation terminated the Parges intervention mission, ultimately leading to the fatal event known as the Incident of 2008. With the few governments elected in 2009, the Parges intervention mission was immediately resumed under a new name, the Parges Peacekeeping Mission, as it is now known, proceeding to once again secure and rebuild the Pargesian society and infrastructure. Oh, there it is. So what are the dates on this? It has a few dates on here. I think it's talking about 2008. So where was the conflict? This one says 2016. Okay, I see what we're supposed to look at here. She wasn't in the military in 2016, right? He was discharged in 2011. So it's not going to be that one. It's going to be this one. This kind of makes more sense with the leg problem and her PTSD. It might have been a mine that went off because she was supposed to be clearing out mines, you know? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct. Right, Relentless? The Incident of 2008, also known as the Incident of 2008. Once you got those quotes and punctuation, it's It's so much more official and it's way more descriptive. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Knowledge about explosives? We now know enough on Miss Matronova's background. Well, yeah, I guess there's that too. I didn't think about the explosives part. I'm thinking like, why was she injured? Oh, got a call. From Sylv to Nina. Nina's so mysterious. Yes? Hey again, Nina. Sylv here. How's it going? You feeling better? Yeah, somewhat. Finally, after spending the whole last week in bed. Oh, really? Oh, good. I can still bring Michael around. Though, do you want? Oh, no, thanks. I'm gonna pick him up in an hour or so. Would that be okay? Yeah, of course. I promised to go to the playground with him. Oh, that's fine. I'll pick up Michael up from the concert. Orchard Drive, Orchard Drive, right? She says, right? Great. See you in an hour. See you, Nina. Okay, so that was interesting. She said she was in bed all last week. And going to pick up Michael from Orchard Drive. We can go ahead and grab that info. But we don't have the conflict for this yet. Okay, that might play a role later. We also had a new email from work. Ah, an employer just rated you. Hi, Molly. We would like to inform you that you just received a new rating from your employer, McDougal House Groundskeeping Service. Check it out. 3 stars. Okay, I haven't even read it yet. But just the fact that 3 stars, boom, the dramatic music kicks in. Oh no. Nina's gonna blow someone up for that 3-star review. Let's see, comment. Miss Schwartz did an okay job at the Circle Mall. She seemed a little distracted though, and ultimately quit for not feeling well after 8 of the 10 planned work hours. Yeah, and Phantasma, this is being blinded by the light. Because remember, I have my lights. See, if I get close to my light back here, check this out. Elegant Frost. The music goes dun dun dun. If I get up here, look how light I get. My face gets quite a bit brighter as I get close. If I get further away from the light source, it gets darker. I am pretty damn pale though. Not doing too much outside. Let's see. And to be honest, spending the whole week in bed sounds awesome. I didn't do that, Nate, but I did as close to that as I could have. Basically just hanging out in here playing Cyberpunk all week. And dude, I'd take lives for a week in bed right now. Everyone's jealous. Nothing is scarier than a mediocre employer. That wasn't a terrible review. It's just like, she wasn't feeling well, had to go home. 3 out of 5. 7.9 out of 10. Yeah, we got to grab this. Oh, here's the conflicting one. This one's going to be the true. Oh no, we're having that problem again. Okay, I do have to quit now because it's not letting me see that conflict. So let me kick out of here. Stupid RTX. We'll fire the game back up. Hopefully that'll fix it. And how you doing, Elegant Frost? It's great to see you again. There is another option when I'm starting this game. It just says play Orwell, or it says open GL mode, use if game crashes. The game hasn't crashed on me, so I've just been using the normal mode. Like 8 out of 10 hours. What a complete failure of a person. Doing all right. Just been lurking in the shadows. Oh, I'm glad that you're here. That's awesome. That's been a pretty chill day for me. Last week was awful. Just getting back to work. We had so much stuff backlogged and whatnot. It was a rough week. But this week's been a little bit more tame. I could breathe a little bit more, not as stressed. My job is generally fairly low stress, but every once in a while, those deadlines hit and it's boom, boom, boom. Okay, back to Nina. Go to, was it Reader? Recent job ratings? This one right here. See, now it's popping up just fine. Yeah, sometimes it just needs a quick reboot. So the conflict was probably her being in bed all last week. BS. I'm calling bullcrap on that. Yoink. This is going to be... Oh, man. Symes is going to be so excited. So she worked at the bombing site, and even at the right time. We've now been able to associate Miss Matronova with every bombing location. Her whereabouts are hereby clarified. Things are not looking good for her. That's it. You found all we need to know. Let's see. Her knowledge about explosives might have helped Miss Matronova build these bombs. There's evidence to suggest that she has a strong reason to hate the safety bill. That doesn't look great for her. And finally, we could associate her with every single bombing location and prove that she was present at the correct time of one. Seems like we found our prime suspect. This is grounds for arrest. Well done. I will need a moment to talk to my superiors. I'll get back to you soon. Keep observing Miss Matronova for activity. Uh-oh, I feel like I'm going to have to hack something here. What is... Ooh, some new browser history for Nina. What is this? Oh, it's when she looked at the recent job stuff. Oh no, she turned her computer off. I can't look at anything now. Okay, back to here. Ooh, she's getting a new message from the hacker. Which we still haven't done anything with them. Hey, you there? For you? Always. Great. I just came home. I had left my PC switched on this morning and just tried to look up something online, and suddenly it went haywire. And my security app popped up with a million warnings of some outside intrusion. Hey, that was not me. This is why I messaged you. You promised to help. Ooh, we're gonna get counter-hacked? And help I will. Don't touch that system. Pull the plug. Did that immediately. Good girl. Okay, here's what I think. You won't like it a bit. I think the cops are after you. What? Seems that they're not as stupid as I thought because of that mall thingy they didn't prevent. I'm not as stupid as you thought? Wait, give me time. I did not find out much yet, but they are trying some new surveillance program capable of intrusion. That is probably what's been happening to your PC. Oh, the hell? This. I need to get out of here before the cops get here. Oh, crack that. Sorry? Whatever you do, be extremely cautious when you talk about. She what? See, now she's trying to escape. So I'm hoping that this will intercept her. We cannot let our main suspect escape. I will assemble an intervention team immediately. We'll start creating roadblocks. I'll inform the intervention team that they should move in aggressively. As you found out, she might react violently. Wait, Hasifa, would it be possible to clear out logs? I don't remember seeing any delete function or able to like drag things around on the desktop, but that would have been cool if I could have dragged things and I guess trash canned them. Nope. Okay, good. I was like, crap, what else did I miss? Since her PC has just gone offline, we should start at her home. Thankfully, we already know her address. Go through her communications. Maybe she will hint at places she goes when she isn't at home. Forward anything of importance to me at once. I'll brief the intervention team accordingly. It's all in your hands now. Don't mess this one up. We can't afford it after the incident at the mall. Okay, so he says, whatever you do, be extremely cautious what you talk about. And thanks. Oh, got another call with Juliet. Welcome to Rosentech. Oh, hey, Juliet. Thank God you're working right now. I called your mobile, but couldn't get a hold of you. Can we talk? Nina, I'm all alone here catching up on work. Is everything okay? Listen, I don't have much time. There is this psycho coming for me. He's been stalking me for days. Liar face. What? What do you mean psycho? I can't explain right now. Will you come help me? Of course, but how? Do you know somewhere safe that my son and I can lay low for a while? Huh, I don't know. Come on, Juliet, you gotta think of something. Please. Okay. I think I know a place. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's the home of... No, wait, don't say it. I think he might be listening. What? How? There was this hacker guy who reached out, found out that someone is probably stealing my info and wiretapping my calls. Are you kidding me? You mean like maybe listening right now? Just don't say anything that will give my location away, okay? Better safe than sorry. Just help me get out of here. Jesus, Nina. Bit late for that now. Now he knows where I work. Sorry. Okay, let's get you out of here. Thank you. Give me a sec. Just gonna pack some stuff. I'm bringing my gun. Oh, crap. Tell them that. That's important information. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you going to get yourself killed? If someone is listening to this, they know you're armed and dangerous. Okay. She is armed. I didn't expect that. I will tell the intervention team to be prepared for resistance and to shoot if necessary. Okay. Yeah, if I don't bring protection, I'm going to be dead anyway. Oh, someone's at the door. I'm going to go out the back door. Yoink! Gotta be on these. Please be careful. Wait, hold up. Just get me through here. Back door exit? She likes climbing, but she is also injured. Maybe she'll just climb out a window. Hold up. Let me get through here. Everything all right? Damn, Nina. I managed to scramble out the window and shimmy down. He waited at the front door. Didn't even notice me. My leg is aching. You gave me a heart attack. Sit tight. I'll work out how to get you out of town. Juliet, I've got to do something important first. I've got to pick up my son. I can't leave him behind. Aha! Right, grab it. Where is... Oh, wait. No, don't say it. Just go for it. But we know at least the street that it's on. Good. We already know where that is. The team will be sent there. Okay, crap. Oh, thank God it's raining like hell. Can barely see 10 feet in front of you. I can slip away. Won't be long. I'm on the move. Be safe. I'll stay here at work and work on how to get you out. Thank you. Okay, they're still active. They're still active. Nina, who is this guy wiretapping your calls? Really, you can tell me. It's okay. Look, I might have f***ed up. I mean, look, you don't need to know who is after me. There's no reason. You're not doing anything illegal by helping me, and I want to keep you safe. She might be doing something illegal. Sorry, this is getting to me. It's okay, Nina. This is cool. I like this. Almost there. I'm just supposed to listen to this. I'm not supposed to do anything else, right? Alright, I'm here. I'll put my phone on. Oh, what is it? That guy's in front of the house. How did he know where I was going? We didn't say anything. Oh, oh, Nina. Nina, what? Forget about him. No f***ing way. Leave him. He's gonna be fine. Never. I'm not leaving him. I'm going in. Don't do it, please. It's not going to end well. Oh, don't shoot somebody. It's worth it. Nina, what the hell are you doing? Not going down without a fight. That's what. Nina, no. Imagine if we just heard like a bunch of gunshots right now. You're not going to get... Nina? Oh, crap. Nina! I lost connection to the officers at the scene. What the? I need my connection back now. Finally. Looks like we were successful. However, our target? She didn't make it. There goes all the info we could have gotten out of her, too. There was a shootout. After the first shots, the team returned fire. I told them to go in aggressively. I thought it was the right thing to do. I didn't want this to happen. That wasn't me. I think I did well, right? I think that was probably the best situation, unfortunately, for us trying to stop this anyway. So Tajay, she is doing something legal, but as long as she doesn't have the true details, she has plausible deniability, which could and likely would be enough to keep her from facing charges. That's true, Tajay. Nina didn't give her enough information. Actually, she just straight up lied to her and said that it was a crazy stalker, you know? Yeah, I followed my moral choices, right? It does look like your fault, John. Well, I mean, what was the other option? The police get shot up and she gets away. I'm guessing that's the other thing that could happen. Or there's probably other permutations where you might not have had the address of the kid, so you don't even catch her at all, or other things, you know? Who is writing at the worst possible time? I just want to be done with this horrible day. Can you check the mail, please? I could have just submitted nothing and she could scoop, but we don't want her to get away necessarily either. Like, that's on her. She should have been like, you got me. It's on her for getting killed. Oh, from Abraham. I am sorry. Nina, I am truly sorry for having drawn the investigator's attention to you, but to be frank, you overstepped the boundaries of our agreement. The bombs were meant as a warning to those who are indifferent, a beacon of remembrance to our message that the thoughts must always be free. They were not meant to kill. Once again, you disappoint me with your insurmountable hatred and rage. Consider our agreement void. So, hold on here. Abraham Goldfells isn't so tighty, not gonna kill anybody, or don't want to kill, don't want to do violence like that, you know? Here he is admitting to knowing about the bombs. So he was a part of all this. That's good information. So Phantasma, you once let things go, the whole thing without doing anything, and she still died. Okay. Oh, there is a way to get her arrested instead. Dang it. Okay, well. Symes is the one that said, shoot her in the face if she looks at you wrong. Or he said go in aggressively, whatever that means. Oh man, I broke that thing again. Okay, well we can keep playing a little bit until it's a really bad one that I'm not sure about. But this one I know for sure we want to do this. Mouse button's having problems dragging. Oh my god. I can't believe you just found this. Can you... They work together on this madness, but why? I still don't get it. This changes everything. We must find Abraham Goldfells tomorrow. But not today. I mean, come on. We've been working for like... What is this? 2 hours and 40 minutes. Like, I need my beauty rest. Do this tomorrow. Before we'll need some rest. It has been one hell of a day. You may log off now. That was cool. Oh, that was a fun chapter. I like that one a lot. I mean, to be honest, guys, even though I'm trying to do everything to the best of my abilities, if it's possible for people to die, I'm going to find a way to do it. Even if I'm trying to do the right thing. It also happened to me in Little Misfortune. There's a scene early on where you want to like help take care of a dog. I guess it's like tied up to a tree. My first instinct is don't untie the dog. If a dog is unleashed, it could run away and get itself hurt, right? Well, that's actually the opposite of what you want to do. You actually want to untie the dog, otherwise it does get hurt. So I'm like, dang it. I'm just a natural at killing things, even when you're trying to do your best. Okay, we should probably log off for now. Let's see, what was that last data chunk in the I'm sorry page? Oh wait, did I miss one? Hold on. Oh, I missed this. They were not meant to kill. That's an important one too. No, sorry, I should grab that. And Luth, see? Same thing, Tashi. Although, it's been so long, Tashi. I'm trying to remember, what did I do to get Luther killed? I think it was that scene when I was supposed to try to sneak onto the bus, and I failed to sneak onto the bus, right? Oh, sorry, Relentless. I just have to say this. Nate and I were talking about what choices we think John will make. We both said, yeah, Nina's getting shot. Oh my gosh. That's kind of amazing, Relentless. I love that. You guys, you know what would be cool? You know how games, like, okay, this would be amazing. If everybody in the chat was, like, familiar with the game, you know how in some of these, like, make your own choices games, it lets you see what you picked and what everybody else picked. So, say, like, you picked... you know, save the puppy. You and 80% of people made this choice. What would be amazing is if you guys could like interact, where you could vote on what you think I'm going to do before it happens. And then it shows like, here's what John did and here's what you all thought he would do. And just to see how well you guys know me, you know, that would be amazing. I want this game. And to be frank, in your YouTube playthrough, you also got her shot, so you can't even blame. And you were trying to not get her shot, and you had some familiarity with it, right? I don't feel too bad. I was just like, I have to do everything fast when it's there, but now I know maybe some things I want to hold off on just in case. Of course, I know that after she's dead. Doesn't help her now. Yeah, let's drag this one over, even though I can't tell what it's trying to do. My age is showing again. Wait, what do you mean, Tashi? What did I say that's old now? Do you honestly believe that after all you have seen... Wait. I mean, that's what he said. Oh, what did I say? To be frank? To be fair? Yeah. It means the same thing. Did I miss some stuff? Oh, there was other things I could drag out too, but we've already done those. Max! What's up, Max? It's good to see you, man. You won't believe this, Max. I know it's a shocker. I just got someone else killed. I know I'm like usually really good at keeping people alive in this stream, but for whatever reason, I got someone killed again. Okay, let's log off for the day. Okay, so the destroyed mall. The Circle Mall has been destroyed by an explosive device. And, oh, I lost it all. And the remaining member. As the last remaining member of Thought, Nina Matronov needed to be investigated. Well, I failed that. Oh, you got some sleep at night. That is good, though. That's a good thing, Max. Hopefully you feel well rested all day. You have not heard the term to be frank for a long time. I don't know. I rarely use that term anyway, but it's fine. These are all things that we've already dragged and seen, so we don't really have to go through all of them. Crap. How many people when to get killed in day 4? Memory hole. Oh, back. Oh, back again, I still can't believe what happened yesterday. We got the perpetrator of the bombings. Everything looks that way, but at what cost? I mean, did we do the right thing? Flagging Miss Matronova as dangerous? Did we kill her in the end? She was dangerous. What do you mean, did you do the right thing? Yeah, like it's not our job, right, Phantasma? Oh, you're back again, huh? You like that paycheck? I wish you could talk to me, at least this one time. Speaking into this one-way channel feels like barking at a wall endlessly. Worst of all, as you found out, Abraham Goldfell seems to have incited and planned the assaults. We need to get to him today. There must be some lead on him we have overlooked. We'll keep observing all the others in case we learn something new. Yeah, fancy meeting you again, fellow employee. I'm going to start doing that whenever I get to work before some of my coworkers and they stroll in. I'll be like, nah, fancy seeing you here again. What are the chances? What are the odds? All right, what do we got new here? Check out the headlines. Always check out the headlines first, right? Alleged perpetrator of Bonton bombings dead. Allegedly. The perpetrator of the... Fine, don't let me do that. Listen, I don't like the reports either. We needed to cover the fact that this happened somewhere in public. We cannot frighten people. Sometimes their truth and ours have to divert for the common good, for the greater good. Oh, almost 8 a.m. That's like sleeping in for me on a weekday. On the weekend, 8 a.m. is actually pretty early for me. Yeah, you'll be having an appointment in 5 hours, plus you felt tired, so it's like, fine, I'll go to sleep at night. An appointment, huh? Hopefully everything goes smoothly, dude. So, the perpetrator of the recent attacks across Bonton is dead. Maybe. A special forces team stormed the flat of Nina M. yesterday evening after evidence suggested that she was a lead suspect in the case. When confronted by the special forces, Nina M. drew a firearm and fired at the police. The team returned fire, killing the suspect in the process. Upon searching the apartment of the deceased, special forces discovered nearly half a dozen additional homemade explosive devices, which Nina had created with easily accessible chemicals, hardware, and military equipment. Investigative forces have indicated that the military-grade equipment belonged to Nina M. during her military service, which she was allowed to keep when she was dishonorably discharged in 2011. Why the heck would they let you keep that stuff? Whether this might pose a motive for Nina M. to commit the assaults is only speculative at this time. Upon receiving the news of Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix showed relief. Our endeavor to find this evil individual has finally been crowned with success. I have never had any doubt with the capability of our investigative methods. This concludes a dark chapter in the history of Bonton and all of the nation, Delacroix stated. Okay, and heavy rainstorm ravages Bonton Farview. This is the storm that she was talking about. See, there's going to be a doctor, a psychologist, and physical therapist, dang, to figure out what's going on with the dizziness, headaches, and such you have, which also drops my mood down. Oh, Max, I didn't know you were dealing with all that. Dude, fingers crossed that they find something like concrete and help you, man. That would be great. That's something you don't want to deal with. That's terrible, dude. I hope it goes well. The way you say Bonton, did I say Bonton? Bonton? I guess Bonton is probably more correct, huh? I mean, once people call me out on it, I'm assuming that's wrong. Bonton? 2 years now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no worries, Max. No worries. I hope they get it taken care of. It's a lot. It's probably gonna be a lot to deal with tomorrow with all three of them. Hopefully they're all at once, or is it one at a time? You're gonna be there doing it for hours. It'd be exhausting. And that's true. It is fictional, unless you actually heard the developer or somebody working on the game mention it. Yeah, we have no idea. You know, I used to always say mana as a kid. Whenever I saw that word in games, mana, and then I heard somebody say mana. Mana. Like, is that the right way? I don't know. I've heard it both ways. Forecasts had predicted bad weather for Saturday, but no one had been expecting harrowing results of this magnitude. Trees were uprooted in the Bonton Farview area, obstructing streets and burying cars underneath them. Luckily, there had been no casualties reported, only 4 people being injured. In contrast to that, the material damage is expected to reach into the millions. Firefighters in the area were called to more than 300 operations and temporarily had a hard time to respond. Meteorologists have confirmed the storm caused by Low Matilda. Is that right? Low Matilda is among the 10 worst rainstorms in the history of Bonton and Farview since the very beginning of weather recordings. Dang, they had a bad weekend. All of them in the same room? At least what it sounded like. Oh, good. Hopefully it won't be like excruciatingly long then, Max. And you were already visiting doctors and stuff last year, even in another city, but things still aren't figured out. Sometimes, like, you have to find the right person that has had some kind of experience with this to really figure it out, you know? So mana is the Japanese pronunciation. So me being American, I should be saying mana. That's mana. But yeah, when I naturally read it as a kid, I always thought mana. Tiny, hey fellow nerd, how you doing? Hey fellow kids. I already looked at everything here. Oh no, there's a gym thing. We gotta check out this gym. Our very own Jeffrey Paxton got the exclusive chance to interview gym founder Tyler Ronson, we haven't heard of him, after he opened his 100th fitness studio. Does not look happy. Your startup just opened the 100th gym in the nation. Is it still a startup anymore? How does that make you feel? Good. I just like that. Good. The Projection magazine reported you actually went to the grand opening in person to test out all the equipment. Let me emphasize this. Every single piece, by yourself, before you would give the green light. Is that accurate? Of course. I did that in every gym studio I've opened. Really? You must be kidding for sure. I do not kid. This is, what is that guy? Krax or Frack? What is the guy's name from Drax? From Guardians of the Galaxy? Reminds me of that. So, I understand that you come from a pretty poor background. Your family had 6 children to feed, and your father was unable to find work for a large amount of your childhood. How did you overcome these obstacles to become a nationwide respected entrepreneur? My father always told my brothers and me, boys, there is not a problem you cannot solve. Go out there and face whatever hinders you, and punch it in the face as hard as you can. So I did exactly that. Violence will solve nothing of that. An interesting metaphor. It is not a metaphor. What do you mean by that? I almost want to use like an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice for this guy, but I could not do one. I went out to the bank of my parents. They were highly indebted to this bank. I went straight to the manager and punched him in the face as hard as I could. All right, quite literally. I have to admit, I am, well, surprised to say the least. What effect did that have? At first, he went down pretty hard, hit his head on his glass table. But when he had discovered he was impressed of my strength and boldness, he suggested an investment model for a gym chain. I then came up with the name Jim. Brilliant. So what does Jim stand for anyway? I think you never actually told anyone. Will you tell our readers? It stands for Jim. It's all capital letters because I thought it would look like it had more energy that way. Let's see here. Yeah, that's not a startup at all, right, Tiny? 100 locations? It's a franchise. Oh, in other news, your mom cut your hair yesterday and you felt like a weight was removed from your head. Your hair was already lower than your shoulders. Wow, I've never had my hair anywhere near that length. Actually, the length of my hair right now is probably as long as I've ever let it go, to be honest. I might have, a few months ago, let it go just a little bit longer, but it's right about there. It's a rush. The long hair. Spider, you've had fairly long hair too. Although I think right now your hair is medium to short length, isn't it? Okay, let's get back here. We're done with the articles, I think. Now these ones in red, they don't have an article over there, but does that mean there's something new here? It looks like they fixed this. No, I don't see anything new there. Oh, new picture here though. Off to a slow start on this chilled Sunday morning. This is going to be my day. I can feel it. Oh, and in case anybody does recognize the woman next to me, let me know. Just kidding. Very obviously. Don't be mad at me, Marka. So this is the life you get words. So this is the life when you get good money from the national corrupter. I get it now. Can I drag this photo? We can't actually take this photo. So it's a little past your shoulders. Oh no, yours is actually really long right now, Spider. Longest was in high school down to your mid-back. I remember that. Oh, that's true, Hasifa. They did unhack the page. They restored it to what it originally was. So I guess it was still updated. Not with anything new, but it was updated back to what it was before. And you're working from home today? So no rushing to work in the rain. Nice, Tiny. Excellent. Yeah, they've actually changed my schedule at work. I was working every other Friday at work. Like I had to actually go into work. But now I'm going to be going into work every other Wednesday. Not a big deal. It's the same to me. I'll change a few things in my normal daily schedule because I have a little bit more free time on days where I work from home. Because when I get off work, boom, I'm at home. Oh, here's the Bonton Police Database update for Nina. When prompted to surrender, the suspect instead shouted out aggressively while producing a firearm, aiming at one of the executing special agents. Executing? The suspect then opened fire, wounding a special agent on the left shoulder. In defense, Special Agent drew his pistol and returned fire, as the situation briefing had already suggested to proceed with extreme caution. The suspect was hit in the chest twice, causing her collapse. An ambulance was called, but paramedics were unable to resuscitate the target. Time of death was announced at the scene. Dang. So she actually injured some people. Oh, really, Tiny? You get to decide if you go to work. See, for me, they basically told us, you can't come into work. It's bad. The numbers are just so bad in California. They want to, if you don't need to go in, don't go in. And I can do pretty much 100% of my job from home almost all the time. There's very special cases I really need to be in work. I only go into work once every other week to help relieve some other folks that work there. So like they have some time to work from home as well. It's nice, you know, it's convenient, it's easy. I get to be in my PJs and have a dog on my lap the whole time. It's great. Special Agent Katia. Oh, I found a picture that was Katia related that I took on my phone. I need to post that to Discord. It's kind of funny. And your university said they're going to go remote for the first week, and they just announced that the teachers can now get a COVID vaccine, and you're going to get yours next week. Nice, Phantasma. Are you excited about that? Some people are really pumped to get the vaccine, and other people are like, no, I want to wait. I don't want it right now. Let's see, and Hasifa, you posted a deep dive into the design process of Orwell by an interview with one of the devs in the games. A bit of an interesting read without any major spoilers, and there's a minor one dealing with a credit card situation from Chapter 1. If it's spoilers I've already seen, that's good. We can check that out. Nice, I appreciate that. You are excited. Okay, that's good to hear. And your numbers are bad too, and you do want to avoid the office as much as I can, but I can come in if I crave some social interaction. See, when I go in on my now Wednesdays, I don't get social interaction. I will be the only one in the office. Like, our group has our own area behind a locked door, and then in there, I have my own office. So I'm not really close to people anyway, even when we're all there. But because of the situation, I'm going to be the only one in our entire office area. So it's like, it's pretty quiet. But if something goes down, at least there's somebody in the office that can help take care of stuff. Yeah, O'Donnell speaking. Harrison, this is Juliet. Isn't this your office number? You working on Sunday? Look, as much as I appreciate that I am once again so important to you, I'm a bit in between things. Harrison, Nina is dead. Quit bullshitting me, not funny. Take a look at the TNB if you don't believe me. What? She's been associated with the Bonton bombings. I can't believe it. Nina, you stupid piece of... Why in all hell... There's more. I spoke to her yesterday. She called me. I've never heard her so scared. She said she was being tracked by someone and needed to skip town. She wanted to let me know what was going on in case anything happened to her, but then she packed a few things and went on her way. Wait. What do you mean by tracked by someone? She suspected someone to be wiretapping her calls. She wasn't exactly willing to talk about it. I don't know for sure, but I think it could have been the police. Oh, that's a fucking How long until they discover the connection to us, huh? They might be listening to this very call as we speak, Nina. Why would they? We didn't do anything. Or did you? No, damn it. But it's becoming blatantly obvious those government assholes are trying to set us up. The bombs were exactly where we held our protests. Then those letters with the song Abe obsessed about. And now you tell me that you've been in contact with Nina just yesterday? Pretty much proof they've been waiting for. We're cooked. Huh. You really believe the government has it in for us? I thought you and the government were best friends now, forever, after reading your opinion pieces. For what reason would they have to be after us? Why now? What did we do? Speak up against them one too many times? The f*** do I know? We should seek help, just in case. Who's gonna help us? Joseph Langley might be worth a shot. Who? Cassandra's lawyer, don't you remember? A freaking lawyer? What do you want him to do? Bust law enforcement? The government? He understands our situation. Abe also knew Joseph. I talked to him recently. Really, Jules? They make the laws, they break the laws. We will need to speak in a language they'll understand, not in the one they own. So I take it you've got a much better plan? We need to get the people on our side, turn things around. Abraham knew that. Yeah, you're right. He did know that. So now that you're set on a miraculously achieving something that the Thought spent 1.5 years attempting, that is not about Thought. This is about defending me. Well then, what's your defense plan? There is this guy. A guy, Goes by the name The Initiate. Might actually be a girl. Who cares? Look, this hack on the Thought blog, it was a very elaborate hack. Our site is super safe. I'm not an amateur. That guy, girl, whatever is very skilled. And Initiate mentioned having no sympathy for the government. You're going to trust some random hacker who targeted Thought simply because he said he doesn't like the government? Why would he then threaten us and work with us? Leave it to me, Jules. I'll persuade the Initiate with ease. Imagine the possibilities with our own hacker. Okay, you know what? Have it your way. I'll have it mine. Arguing like the good old days. Is this your UTEL alias still Julesy Kerr? Might be more secure than calling each other. Yeah, it is. Let's get going. There goes my chilled Sunday morning. My mind is still spinning around about what happened to poor Nina. Watch yourself, okay? What? Are you worried about me, Jules? I didn't know you still. No. Bye, Harry. Okay, that was a huge huge lore dump. Let me give it a second to process all that and grab everything. Right, Tiny? Or whatever. The third gender. It's terrible. Nice. A literal swarm of bees. Oh, Max, you were saying you tagged Tiny in a long message, but that was more of a general thing. Oh, sorry. Yeah, a lot of times, Max, especially when I'm busy reading a lot of other stuff, if I see something tagged to somebody, I usually skip it, potentially. Let's see. You were saying you still remember the day it started? It was a Friday, August 18th. It was supposed to be a LAN weekend with a friend that came by at his place at the PC. Suddenly, at this very weird moment, the whole room spun around and you got this swaying feeling and it never went away. Your weekend was ruined. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm the farthest thing from a doctor, Max. But the first things I think of is vertigo, or potentially if you were in the middle of playing a game, I'm surprised you haven't had it more often, but like epilepsy. You didn't have like a seizure, but they can do other things as well. Something to think about. I'm curious what they find out. Okay, so Juliet working on Sunday. Could be important. She is still in the office, but she's just kind of avoiding that. You think of someone with neck and shoulders, and it could be like a nerve thing. Because yeah, I mean, your spine and everything, it's crazy how much everything's connected. Some little problem in your hand could cause a problem with headaches. It's just the weirdest thing. Our bodies are very complicated. Yeah, I'm looking for Juliet, and she was working on Sunday. Sunday. Saturday, Sunday. She sure works a lot, but then again, so do we. Okay. And then believes the government wants to set thought up. Yeah, that is what he says there. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that chunk of data. Seems to be the natural reaction. They must be setting us up because we didn't do anything for sure. I almost understand it. Almost. Abe knew Joseph. Okay, this is interesting. I like that one. Now we're probably going to start tracking Joseph a little bit more. I didn't think anything suspicious of him yet. They know each other. Very well, this could be a new lead. I will request to consider Joseph Langley as a target. Yet another person in our database, because we're so convinced we're doing the right thing. We have clearance to proceed. We are going to need to know the basics of who Joseph Langley is. Remember to check old sources. Other than that, focus on hints to Gabriel Goldfels. He's the center, the crux of all this. Yeah, because we got a lot of information about Joseph the lawyer with the chapter 1 stuff with Cassandra. Because they're dating or something, right? Okay, we got Juliet's Utel alias. What is Utel? Like MSN Messenger or something? Okay, that's everything from there. Let's go back out here. Another message. Join forces, wise ass. To the initiate. He's trying to recruit initiate, huh? Hey, wise ass. I have no idea who you are and why you suspect us of being involved in the Bonton bombings. Were these usual circumstances, I wouldn't care less about a weirdo like you. But you just told me in your last email you would now tend to another. Well, have a look at the TNB. Is this a person you wanted to tend to? Nice. Or iMessage? Yeah, that might make more sense, Asifa. Soon enough, you will have some serious explaining to do. And it won't be me if you get what I mean. Lucky you, I'm not writing to continue this ridiculous battle of whatever this is. Now, we've all made ourselves comfortable in the same sinking ship. I want to suggest something better than battling each other. You claim to be righteous? Then be righteous. Become a member of thought. You said you're not on the government's side, so why not be on ours? Alright, yep. Invited to thought. That happened. Therapy Android, how you doing? Welcome. Wait, did that work? Oh, I'm on the wrong profile. That's Juliet, John. There we go. I think you just have to be on one or the other, I guess. Hey, Viper Kitty, very long time no see. Happy 2021. How are you doing? I thought Mr. O'Donnell had left Thought. Now he's actively recruiting for the group. Makes his exit seem unlikely, right? Oh, therapy, you won't believe it. We got through another chapter, and guess what? I was not able to save people. I know it's a shocker, but even doing my best, I still get people killed. Let's see. Oh, speaking of Apple, you ruined the Bluetooth in your MacBook when you got a cable that was very stuck and broke. Oh no! And you removed it when you had to replace the CPU and GPU. And the Wi-Fi and webcam are on the same cable, so those work. Just the Bluetooth pins got ruined. Did you use Bluetooth a lot with that, Max? I know if the Bluetooth in my laptop was ruined, I'd be screwed, because I always sync my PS4 controllers to it. Play games on the television in the living room, so that would suck. Yeah, I kind of actively killed them. I was trying to do good. I mean, I was just more trying to make sure they were prepared for how violent the situation was getting. But in doing so, the perpetrator got even more violent and they had to protect themselves. Okay, so we got everything from there. Yeah, ruining that on the laptop's a pain because you could get like a little Bluetooth dongle to get more Bluetooth capabilities, but you have very few USB ports on a laptop. You hate to use those up for something like that that should be built in. Okay, what is this? Procedure closing raises manipulation suspicions. Investigation into the malicious injury of a police officer has been dropped due to lack of evidence. I thought I already read this. Speculated the accused... Yeah, we read this. Oh, it's a new portrait, though. Here we go. Let's get a picture of this guy. I could have sworn we already had a picture of this guy. You know what? We've seen pictures of him, but he wasn't a suspect, so we couldn't save them. That makes sense. And Merc, how you doing? Stadium John Cadium. It's kind of funny. That was a good album by Red Hot Chili Peppers, Stadium Arcadia, but I like Stadium John Cadium as well. Just had a handful of cashews. Cashews are amazing. Viper Kitty. I have this trail mix from Trader Joe's that has what, pineapple, cranberries, cashews, almonds, and I think there's some other kind of like macadamia nuts or something. It's really good. Yeah, but honestly, for 25 euros, the price of a hard drive cable, the MacBook is pretty good, even though it's from 2009. That's amazing that it's lasting that long, Max. I still have a laptop from 2010. I wouldn't use it for any gaming, that's for sure. But I could probably do general stuff on it. It still works. But I haven't been using it for 10 years. I probably quit using that regularly at least 5 years ago, I think. I'm not sure. Oh, and now we can get all the information from Joseph on the old pages. That's true, Hasifa. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can gather through this stuff, huh? Does it mark him for me? Probably not. We got another picture of Joseph because he went to the university. Well, that was some time ago, wasn't it? All right. He now owns a law office. He's a self-employed lawyer. That sounds accurate, up to date. Oh, I'm doing really good, Merc. No, life has been pretty good for me recently. Life is not good for the world. Things are absolute right now, but me personally, things are doing well. Had a good time over the holidays. Birthday's coming up pretty soon, so yeah, just enjoying, relaxing, playing some games. Graduated from Stellion. That's probably not relevant, but we'll do it anyway. That's good, Hasifa. It does remark them. I was thinking, am I just going to have to browse through a bunch of old pages I've already been in? That would suck. Yeah, I think that's all for there. You sometimes have a white chip macadamia cookie once in a while. Oh, you know, I think Viper Kitty, I've had those. I want to say Costco used to sell those. They didn't have very many options. It was like, what, chocolate chip, like a chocolate brownie cookie, and I think those white macadamia nut cookies, and those were really good. Okay, it's not marking much else. I thought there was some old stuff with, oh, you know what? It might be stuff in the listener. Now that I think about it. There was some conversations with Cassandra, yeah. Here we go. I bet we can get new information from this now. Here we go. An appointment on Thursday. Interesting. Oh, wow. Lockdown's being extended by 4 weeks, Tiny. Holy cow. We don't have any, like, hardcore stay-at-home orders. Just everything's generally locked down, like stores and stuff. Or not locked down, like closed, but there's heavy limitations on how many people can go in there. No eating in restaurants, things like that. Takeout only. You can't even eat outside now, I don't think. Oh, cookies with M&Ms. Yes, Viper Kitty. Those are really good too. I especially like them with those like little mini M&Ms, you know? And as of Thursday, you're in lockdown, Merc. Where are you at again, Merc? Let's see. And the specs of definitely limit what you can do, but you can watch Twitch and YouTube at 720p max. Oh, and the screen isn't even 1080p. That's what my laptop is too, actually. It's not even 1280 by 800. It's like 13 something by 7 something. I forget the exact one. Oh, you're in Ontario. You're about to go into another state of emergency. Dang, Merc. This whole thing is absolutely insane. Although, I gotta be honest. Like, I feel like I'm a natural for quarantine. It's so funny because, like, when I can hang out with my friends and stuff, like in person, we would host parties all the time. Like, probably once or twice a month, we'd have some people over and do stuff. But when I can't, I'm really good at just doing things on my own. Always have something to watch, something to play. I'm really good at keeping myself entertained. Working on the house, doing productive stuff too. Okay, I'm kind of shocked that's the only thing. There was a lot of sessions with Joseph. I guess none of the other ones actually had any kind of useful information. Yeah, and that's a big part of it too, Phantasma, is like, even if things are open, my recommendation is, like, still be safe. Don't do it. Like, unless you absolutely have to do something, don't do it, because you are putting yourself in more risk. You could avoid sitting down in a restaurant, even if they have indoor seating, then everybody else is doing that too, and they could, you know, be spreading it without even knowing it. That's the big problem, is a lot of people have it and don't even know it. Ah, we have access to his law office website. Okay, this is probably the last thing we can do before we got to get going. And when the whole lockdown began, your husband and you found ways to keep yourselves from going nuts. Nice, Kitty. Yeah, I know some people are really having a hard time because they would always go out to bars. They'd always go out and do this, do that. Things that are just completely shut down, you know? If you're a gym nut, that kind of sucks because you can't do much with that. Gyms are one of the first things to close. So yeah, I'm very lucky in that I always work out at home. I have tons of toys and things that always keep me entertained at home. So Merc, this game is called Orwell. And the basic premise is that there's some terrorists shooting off or detonating some bombs around the city, causing some terrorist activities. And we are kind of like Big Brother, sort of using surveillance systems, hacking into people's computers and emails and messages, and trying to find out who these terrorists are. It's really interesting. Right now, we're trying to get a little bit of information from this lawyer that was involved with some of the potential terrorists. Okay, after my release from prison, I got involved in a violent knife fight and was facing a jail term for parole violation. Joseph submitted a plea for mitigation, which was granted. Now I'll just spend 6 months in community service, and I'll be a free man again. Oh, great! That's what I want. These knife-wielding maniacs running around. Meet Mr. Joseph Langley, your reliable partner in crime. Oh, another picture. Let's grab that. And Phantasma, for you have a small social circle, but some of them have conditions that have been putting them at increased risk. So I've been keeping my distance. And like you said, I just want to be able to go to PA now and visit my mom. I know, Phantasma. And travel's such a pain too. Even if you just wanted to like go see one person, I mean, that can be risky as well. But if you have to fly, that makes it way, 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 way worse, you know? And you had absolutely no measures that were good, especially in context of your dense population. And then mid-December, they realized how much you were in, and it was locked down. And Tiny, what sucks is by then it's like too late, right? Okay, Joseph Langley studied criminal law at Stelligan University in Bonton. We knew that. Instantly after his graduation in 1992, Joseph Langley partnered with Catherine Delacroix, a fellow student who is now officiating as Secretary of Security in the government, to found a law office of their own, Delacroix and Langley. Ooh, are we going to find out that the government was actually involved in all this? Go ahead and drag that information. Wow, I didn't even know he had a law career going before she actively joined into politics. Mr. Langley definitely has been around. So far, so good on Mr. Langley's background. Excluding the connection to Delacroix, everything seems unsurprising. What we need to know now are his connections to Abraham Goldfels and possibly other members of Thought. Dingo! How you doing, Dingo? It's great to see you. Ah, a year abroad in Argentina. Interesting. You know, it's funny, Phantasm, with all the fireworks going on, for 4th of July, it was like a month of fireworks. Our dogs, they just don't care about them anymore. Oftentimes, they wouldn't even bark. Even Georgie. He'll bark at a door closing, but a firework going off, he's just like, I don't care. I'm happy they're not scared of him, but yeah, it was just annoying. And Kitty, you mostly played Fallout, Mortal Kombat, Pac-Man, Monkey Island, Resident Evil, Super Mario. Man, you played a lot of the classics, Kitty. That's awesome. I played a lot of multiplayer games with the family. And then in my own time, I played a lot of Cyberpunk. I actually just beat the game recently. And he did some army work in 1983. I doubt that means he has any combat experience. Yeah, he might have been a pencil pusher, as I sometimes put it. Okay, what's the expertise? We have experience you can rely on. Areas of engagement. Joseph Langley knows how to handle cases of various complexity. In his many years as a justice advocate, he has gained invaluable skills in a widespread area of the law. He engages in cases in the following areas. I'm going to skip reading all that. He does a lot. Significant cases. Joseph Langley's track record include the lion's share scandal, which received nationwide coverage in 2010. In that case, he defended a construction entrepreneur Elward Hendricks, who had taken on a governmental contract for highway construction. When it became apparent his road pavement was of inferior quality than paid for, Hendricks' firm became subject to corruption investigations. Joseph Langley took on the defense for Hendricks, during which he was able to convincingly argue that Hendricks had actually acted on behalf of Secretary of Transportation Greenway, who had taken the largest part of the money put aside in the fraudulent process. The case ended with a minor sentence for Hendricks, whereas Greenway had to step down and was sentenced to imprisonment. Dang. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab this. Yoink. Ooh, time to get some dinner. Try not to get someone else killed. We only have a few more minutes, Hasiva. I hope I can't get anyone killed. I remember perfectly well. No way anybody missed the case at that time. That was either a courageous or dumb. Seemingly, it turned out to be the former for some time. Now it might be the latter. Alright, let's get some contact information on this guy. Okay, are you facing criminal charges? Don't hesitate to contact us. Is he a, what do you call it, ambulance chaser? Never bet or rely on your luck when it comes to criminal charges. Bet on us. If you require assistance, consultation, or simply have a question, don't hesitate a second to call. Grab his phone number. Let's grab his email address. Now we can track both of those accounts. Dingo, are you going to be able to get a vacation sometime soon? My 2 weeks off is even a little bit more than 2 weeks. Oh, it was so necessary. It was very nice. And here's the address of his office. We just got a whole bunch of information on him. Yeah, that I don't really understand, Max. I really wish they could have some place where they could just go crazy with the fireworks away from a lot of the city, that'd be really nice. Would people do it? I mean, if they actually were on top of finding people, then yeah, absolutely, people would go out of their way to do that. But no, they don't really care to find people because sometimes it's hard to know who did it, and then you have to have somebody snitch, and I don't know, it becomes a mess. It's all over the place. You're saving your 2 weeks for summer in hopes the border to Russia opens. That's what Andy's really hoping, not Russia, but she really wants to go back to Japan. So, I mean, fingers crossed, we're able to go again. My guess is not this year, maybe next year. Snitches get stitches, or they get fireworks up their bum. Let's see, I swear I'm going to Las Vegas at the earliest opportunity. I love Vegas, Merc. Vegas is a lot of fun. I do want to go back, but Vegas is the kind of destination spot that is terrible during COVID. You're just touching everything. You want to go gambling, do all kinds of stuff. Nah. I'll wait for that. Yeah, I'm guessing this year we're not going to do anything. The way the numbers are looking, unless the vaccine just somehow performs a miracle and this COVID doesn't find some way to mutate and get around it, which I'm still not entirely sure it won't, then my guess is nothing's happening this year. At least for me, but Andy and I usually play on the very precautious side. Yeah, I've heard that, Max. And I heard the mutations. They were saying they think that the COVID vaccines will also take care of, but they didn't know for sure. So, I mean, that's something we won't know for probably another 6 or 8 months,